102 points. What are we doing here? It's insane.
The NBA, Victor Wembanyama does an amazing job going home in France. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 block shots, and the Spurs win 140 to 110. In college football, Notre Dame cornerback Benjamin Morrison, who was a freshman All-American selection 2022 and became a team captain for October, has headed to the NFL. He announced the decision Thursday on social media, writing, "This is not just the end of one chapter, it's the beginning of another. I carry the lessons and memories and love from Notre Dame every step of the way." And apparently, Aaron Glenn, the only one who made that plane turn back around, as Liam Cohen is now talking to the Jaguars after the GM Trent Bulk. He is gone from Jacksonville. Now, he admitted this after Thursday when he first agreed to stay in Tampa, but as soon as he heard that Trent was gone, he said, "Turn that plane back around. We got another meeting in Jacksonville." Lastly, Twin, where have you been? Robert Salah and sources said the 49ers expect to hire him for a second stint as defensive coordinator. Now, he expected to land the top target of the defensive coordinator search. In 2017, he established a system the 49ers have run ever since. Robert Salah and the 49ers, sources say, is coming back together. But you know what today is, y'all. It's the morning drive. NFL Conference Championship. We got football. We got sports talk all the way right here on the morning drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cobra Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cobra Sports TV. Let's get to it.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Oh, yeah, it's a Friday. It's a feel-good Friday. It's a feel-good football Friday. Great to be with you. The Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. The Fox Sports 1310 app. You can follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D, and live and in living color each and every morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Boys, it's just one of those mornings that you look forward to all season long, right? Mm-hmm. The chills starting to run up and down my spine, and I've been pretty calm, cool, collected, I think, for the last 17 plus weeks. I've been really calm, cool, collected for the last 17 plus weeks. But yesterday afternoon, it just kicked in for some reason. I've been watching a lot of the NFL talking heads and looking at a lot of the messaging boards and watching a lot of YouTube. And it just it's starting to kind of sink in a little bit there, Swab, J-Lo, this morning on a chilly 23-degree morning in Hampton Roads, that your Washington Commanders have an opportunity for the first time since 1992. Correct me if I'm wrong, Suave.
That's correct.
1992 to get back to the big one. And all they need to do is walk into Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial, with about how many? 65, 70, 80,000 Philadelphia Eagle fans, and knock off those Philadelphia Eagles, and they are going back to the Super Bowl. And who did they play in 1992, Suave?
A team that's from up north New York named Buffalo Bills.
And it also dawned on me, and you know me, I'm a pretty objective Buffalo Bills fan. I am. But in fact, if you are watching on YouTube this morning, I am broadcasting remotely. The boys are in the studio. But if you look over my shoulder, this shoulder right there, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, out of the U, Mr. Jim Kelly, was the guy that led the Buffalo Bills to 4 straight Super Bowls. Those were during my college years, Suave. That just tells you how old I am. During my college years, where unfortunately I was invited to every single Super Bowl party, only to end in disgust and frustration. And thankfully back then they did not have legal gambling, which I would have been out a lot of money. But I've been pretty calm, cool, collected for the most part. But I saw an interview yesterday afternoon, and I'm watching Patty Mahomes again addressing the media, talking about the officials and talking about Kansas City. And it just, I got to get this off my chest on a Feel Good Friday edition. And of course, the Tell 'em Kelm Talking text line is open. What are you feeling good about on a Friday? It's 757-497-1310. We will read your text throughout the program today. Also, you could post a comment in the chat box on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. But I got to get this off my chest this morning, boys, and then I got to pose a question to the both of you as we get ready for a conference championship coming up this weekend. Okay, I got an announcement to make. Just bear with me here for a second.
Go ahead, take your time.
After much meditation, after much deliberation, similar to Aaron Rodgers, I've entered that dark place and I've returned. And I simply want to say this. I think Andy Reid is the best coach in the NFL. I can't stand the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes is maybe the greatest quarterback ever to lace him up. Certainly the best quarterback in the NFL this year. I really despise the Kansas City Chiefs. I really do. Steve Spagnuolo may be the first defensive coordinator inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. I do not like the Kansas City Chiefs. And in fact, Suave, I will say it this morning. I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. I hate everything about Arrowhead. I hate everything about Chiefs fans. It makes me sick to my stomach to see Taylor Swift come on the television set in a box at Arrowhead with all her cronies sitting there rooting on Travis Kelce, who, by the way, I think would be fantastic to have a beer with, maybe talk some hoops. But I cannot stand Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know I don't want to be filled with hatred on a Friday morning because it is a feel-good football Friday. But I could honestly tell you that I hate, despise, dislike, loathe the Kansas City Chiefs. And there is only one reason for this, Suave and J-Lo. And I'm a man enough to say it because they win. I do not like the Kansas City Chiefs because they are winners, but they continue to win football games. They continue to beat my Buffalo Bills. They continue to beat Josh Allen. And I am really hoping and praying that this weekend that comes to an end. I am so sick and tired of hearing the pundits talk about how Kansas City has not been great this year, yet they're going to win again. They're going to win again. They were not great last year, if you remember the narrative of Patrick Mahomes cannot win on the road in the playoffs. Yet they always win. I feel like Tom Brady and the Patriots in Groundhog Day. I truly do. Right? The Buffalo Bills could not get over Tom Brady for so many years in the AFC East. He was so dominant. Why did we not like Tom Brady? Because he continues to win. Not only is he a good-looking gentleman, but he continues to win. So he's got the best of all worlds. But I can honestly tell you, getting it off my chest this morning, that I am no longer going to be quiet about this. That I am truly praying and truly hoping that my Buffalo Bills pull one out coming up this weekend. Really, I do. Because I cannot stand everything that has to do with the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't like their color scheme. I don't like the Arrowhead chants that they have every single down. And in a couple of weeks, I do not want to see the Kansas City Chiefs playing in the Super Bowl. I don't. And in fact, I will say this, and I hate to say this, but if Buffalo is unable to pull it off this weekend, I'm really considering a change of fandom. I am really considering a change of fandom. I am.
Wow.
Because it's hard. It is hard growing up being a Buffalo Bills fan. It is hard growing up in the 70s and the 80s when they stunk. And then all of a sudden they get a little bit of success, but they can't get over the hump. Then guess what? They have been the team to beat in the AFC East for the last, 5 or 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yet they still cannot get over the hump. It was Tom Brady. Now it's Patrick Mahomes. Sean McDermott, I think you're a class act. Absolute class act. Phenomenal head coach in the National Football League. If you do not win on Sunday afternoon, go somewhere else. Go coach the Dallas Cowboys. They love mediocrity. Go coach Baltimore Ravens. They love mediocrity. Please don't be the coach of the Buffalo Bills anymore. I love you, but we need something different. So, gentlemen, just getting it off my chest this morning.
Feels good, doesn't it?
To say,
Yes.
it does. It's sort of a public service announcement that I am a Buffalo Bills fan. I am a proud Buffalo Bills fan, but we need to win this weekend. I am so freaking tired of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and this entire Chiefs organization. I really am. And it took yesterday afternoon just again tuning in and seeing all these predictions talking about you got Superman over there at old number 17. He's got to put that cape on, and they got to play a perfect football game to beat Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead because Patrick Mahomes gets every freaking call in the National Football League, every single call in the NFL. And don't take my word for it. And in fact, people have done a deep dive, and you got to love these people who do the deep dive, but there was a deep dive that was done yesterday afternoon talking about the penalties in the postseason. Since 2021, the Chiefs have been penalized 36 times. Their opponents, 66.
Wow.
Those are facts.
Yep.
That is real. And you could say, well, Andy Reid's teams are disciplined. Stop.
No.
Just stop right there. 36 to 66 penalty yards since 2021 in the postseason. The Chiefs 319, opponents 541. How many times has the Chiefs been more penalized than their opponents in the playoffs, J-Lo, you asked? It's a great question. I've got the answer for you. 0. 10 playoff games, 0 times that the Chiefs have had more penalties than their opponent. More penalty yards, just one time. Just one time. The facts are there, boys. And I'm here to tell you that this is the year that the Buffalo Bills knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. They have to. They have to. Because if they don't, yours truly will open it up and become a free agent fan.
Wow. We're going to join Hank in free agency.
That's right. I'm going to become a free agent fan.
But let's, Suave, if you don't mind really quick, we're going to backtrack a couple words. Did he just say
Yes, he
he
did.
thinks the Buffalo Bills are going to win?
That's right.
After the entire season of doubting?
That's right, J-Lo. Because, somebody's got to put it out there in the universe.
That's exciting.
Somebody has got to will this team to win. And somebody at Bills Mafia has got to be big enough and man enough to step up and stand up and say, you know what, boys, not acceptable anymore. I don't want to hear about Bills Mafia. I don't want to hear about the tailgate. I don't want to hear about the fans. Deion Dawkins was on SportsCenter yesterday talking about how tremendous these fans were. That's great, Deion. Win a football game. Win a football game. Guess what? The fans are tremendous in Buffalo. They are. There ain't nothing else to do but to watch football in Buffalo and shovel snow. Trust me, I know. But for the love of all holy Suave, win a football game over Kansas City. You knocked off Lamar last week, who's going to win his 3rd MVP, which is a travesty in itself against Josh Allen. Don't even get me started on that. All right, I'm tired of seeing Lamar Jackson win MVPs and not be able to win in the playoffs. Josh, it's your 4th time in the last 5 years. You got to win a game, bro. You got to get to the Super Bowl. At this point, Swab, I don't even care about winning the Super Bowl. I just want to get there. My poor son, who's 20 years old, lives and dies for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell him each and every week, bro, you got to relax. It's okay. It's the regular season. It's the regular season. It's all about the playoffs. It's all about the playoffs. The playoffs are here.
Mm-hmm.
The time is now. For that Bills organization, if you want to be taken seriously, you got to win a chip. You got to win a chip. Please don't be Dan Marino. Please don't be Dan Marino.
Man.
We got there 4 consecutive times, one of the greatest runs of all times, and it was spectacular. It was miraculous. But when we got to number 3, Suave, I was over it. I was pleading, please win a football game. Please cover. Get it blown out. But I am begging the Buffalo Bills this morning on a Feel Good Friday. Please let me feel good about this weekend. Please, for the love of all holy, knock off Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's got to get done this weekend. Because if it ain't going to get done this weekend, when is it going to get done? When is it going to get done? Patrick Mahomes has had one of his worst seasons historically for himself. Yet they really only lost Suave in 1 game with their starters. And who was that against? The Buffalo Bills in the regular season. Forget about the regular season. I don't care anymore. I need a win over Mahomes in the postseason. I need it. I am begging you. So as much as you guys are excited about your Washington Commanders getting back to the Super Bowl since 1992, you don't deserve it. I deserve this. This ain't your time, Suave. This is my time, bro. This is my time.
Oh, boy.
It's time for me. It's time for Bills Mafia to raise hell. Rise up. This ain't time for the Washington Commanders. I'm sorry. But I do want to pose the question to the boys this morning on the radio program. What would a win in Philadelphia mean for the Washington football fan? I'll start with you, Suave. What would it mean Sunday afternoon walking out of Lincoln Financial with a W and an opportunity to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1992?
Honestly, Johnny D, words won't be able to explain it. There's not enough words in the dictionary to explain this. So for some people who've never seen Washington even this far, for some people who never thought Washington would ever go to the Super Bowl, the words cannot explain. If we walk into Lincoln Financial, beat the Philadelphia Eagles with all odds against us, they got the best running back, one of the best offensive line, defense is top notch, weapons of just so many weapons. Literally, it's up all against us. Washington goes into there, pulls off the upset, another one. There's no words to explain it. There's nothing. Tears, emotional. Just that, all that would happen.
But
what happened in one day?
Man? Do you deserve it? I
Yes.
mean, look, you
Yes.
got a franchise quarterback now for the next 10 years. You are set up. You got a lot of cap space. You got a good head coach, a phenomenal GM, beautiful ownership. They turned their back on the Philadelphia 76ers, but that's okay. That's okay.
I think
We
he knew that.
appreciate that. We appreciate that. But the runway is there for the Washington Commanders. That runway for the Buffalo Bills, it's about that long. And it's about to run out. And I noticed J-Lo's getting a little giddy this morning. He's getting giddy this morning thinking about those Washington Commanders walking into Lincoln Financial. He's getting giddy over the fact that he may be able to grow some facial hair by the end of the weekend there, Suave. He's getting giddy to think about that UVA basketball is secondary this weekend to what the Washington Commanders could pull off in Philadelphia. Correct, J-Lo?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, it's just like Suave had mentioned. Some people, they haven't even, I've never seen a playoff win until this year. The fact that we're this far is still so crazy. Just the thought, and don't get me wrong, this is not on the level with the Buffalo Bills when it comes to the Chiefs, but the fact that it's the Eagles too, the team that we dislike so much, probably the second most, if not, some people hate the Eagles more than the Cowboys. Cannot say, and we have a chance to keep the Eagles out of the Super Bowl, despite all the trash talk from the fans and all the media being against the Commanders.
Yeah, look,
It's an unbelievable opportunity.
There's a lot of talk, and I say this with all due respect, gentlemen, to both Suave and Jello. I hope Washington pulls it off this weekend. They will not. But I hope they do, because I'm just going to be strictly petty on the program today. Today is Pettiness JD Day today, right? I'm straight pettiness because, A, I do not stand the Kansas City Chiefs because they win. Straight up because they are winners, because they continue to win, because they have the best head coach in the NFL, not Buffalo. They have the best quarterback in the NFL, not Buffalo. They have the best defense coordinator in the NFL, it's not Buffalo. They have the best special teams in the NFL, it's not Buffalo. And they have the best training staff in the NFL, it's not Buffalo. That's why I'm petty this morning. And I'm petty also against the Washington Commanders because guess what? You got a brand new head coach this year. You got a rookie quarterback this year. You went out and got some veteran free agents on the defensive side of the ball that are past their prime. Yet you're in the same position as my Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
I know
You're
it's
in the
crazy.
same position as my Buffalo Bills.
But
we had to knock off Lamar Jackson to get here. You had to knock off Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield to get here.
yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know about my pettiness on a Friday. On a Feel Good Friday, you can hit us up via the Tell 'em Kill 'em Talk and text line, 757-497-1310. Our Pacer Payroll poll questions are up and rolling on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D. We want you to chime in on those as well. Broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios of Virginia Beach. The Morning Drive is brought to you by the fine folks at A Better Way Realty. And Brian Worst, if you want the best, you got to deal with the worst, boys. 757-424-9007. That's 757-424-9007. Or visit them online at abetterway.com. Looking to buy or sell today? Simply give a call to A Better Way. Hey, straight ahead, Philadelphia Sports Talk Radio is on fire. They are asking the question, are the Commander fans the dumbest fans in football? We've got an answer for them coming up next. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
On Interstate 64 westbound, look out for an accident on the shoulder between the Greenbrier Parkway and Indian River Road. And a reminder that a lift for the James River Bridge is scheduled soon at 7:45 a.m. Otherwise, today's morning commute is going smoothly. From Virginia Beach to Norfolk, expected drive time is 21 minutes this morning via Interstate 264 westbound. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Power failures are preventable with a Kellum Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. Kellum, KellumMechanical.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis. But if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams-Deloitte, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
advice. You can even copy the bets of the top pros to boost your game. And yes, you can get paid if others want to follow your picks too. Juice Reel is a free app. Download Juice Reel today and turn your betting history into a powerful edge. Juice Reel. Track it, improve it, and bet with the best. Use promo code FOX25 for special benefits.
The Fox Sports Radio 1310 new mobile app is designed to bring you closer to the action than ever before. Its features include open mic, get your voice heard, be part of the discussion, and connect with fellow passionate sports fans. 24/7 live streaming, plus contests and giveaways where you can enter for your chance to take home amazing prizes. The app also includes local events and sports news and updates. Download the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and experience a new level of sports entertainment. He's live and he's local. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310.
Here on the Morning Drive, yours truly, Johnny D. Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. Download the app, Fox Sports 1310. Follow us on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. We will update the Pacer payroll poll questions coming up here in a little bit. Also, we'll pose the question, are the Commander fans the dumbest fans of the National Football League? One Sports Talk radio host in Philadelphia says yes. We'll hear from him coming up here in a couple of minutes. Also, 6:45 this morning, ESPN, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, rolled out their top 5 non-quarterbacks to make the biggest impact this weekend.
Yeah, I saw it.
And we're going to go down the list and see if you guys agree or disagree, because it is interesting if you take quarterback play out of it, how these rosters match up. And it really shows you how dominant one team should be that is not so dominant right now. So we'll get into that conversation coming up at 6:45, 7 o'clock hour. We are rolling this morning. The scroll of Cowboy fan Hank coming up at 7:05. We'll ask him the latest on the coaching search for the Dallas Cowboys. It's hard not to laugh at Cowboy fans this morning. Really, it is. A lot going on with Jacksonville. Looks like they've got a brand new head coach who initially said thanks but no thanks, but decided, you got rid of your general manager. I'll back it. So we'll talk about what's going on in Jacksonville. Did the Bears get it right? Did the Jets get it right? So we'll talk some coaching news coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. The boys had a sit-down yesterday afternoon. Is that correct there, Suave? A little bit
that
of
is
sit-down
correct.
one-on-one. Who did you hang out with again?
The guy who does the Commander song, Mr. DJ Woody O'Goody. Me and my boy J-Lo,
Now,
we sat down with him.
Is his name really DJ Woody O'Goody?
Yeah, that's his artist name.
DJ Woody.
DJ Woody.
Okay. So you're saying O'Goody because it was DJ Woody, but that's not his name.
No, that's his whole entire artist name, yeah.
So it's DJ Woody
O'Goody, yeah.
Oh, see, I did not know that. You learn something new every day on this radio program. I did not know. So you and your, what do you call him? Your PIC?
PIC, my partner in crime.
I call him my PIA. You call him your PIC.
What's your PIA stand for?
You know what it stands for. What's your PIC stand for?
Partner in crime.
Yeah, that's your partner in crime, man. Mm-hmm.
What does your PIA stand for? No, wait, you said it. This is journalism 101.
You want to know?
Yes.
What's my PIA stand for?
What
do you think there, J-Lo? What do you think my PIA stands for?
I
got your PIC when you're talking about Suave, your partner in crime. You're my PIA, dog.
I got no clue.
You're my pain in the ass.
I love
Friday morning, okay? PIA. So we got a DJ Woody O'Goody coming up at about 7:30 this morning. And post-game host, you can hear him afternoons on Priority Sports Auto 94.1. Scotty Jackson will stop by the program. We'll talk Commanders, Eagles. We'll also bring up his encounter with J-Lo the other night at the ODU basketball game. We got to talk some ODU basketball with Scotty, too, because they got Coastal Carolina coming up this weekend. And I don't know if you boys saw it last night, but the Sun Belt got a little primetime action on ESPN. Little primetime action last night. What was it? Arkansas State taking on App State?
Yes.
Yes.
Look, Arkansas State averaged about 80 points a game. Entertaining enough basketball. And I believe they're located in Jonesboro now. It was packed. Packed house, national TV. Good work out of them. But Sunbelt getting a little prime time last night. Cool to see. That was after I just stumbled across Suave, a little William and Mary taking on CAA action. William and Mary taking on Hampton. William and Mary look good. Look good coming out of the CAA. I wish they would promote that a little bit better. I had no idea it was on TV.
Yeah, I think the CAA in general, you know nothing about unless you go looking to figure out what's going on. You have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're a CAA fan, you're probably used to this. I am not. I used to be back in the day, but Charleston still rules the roost, I believe, when it comes to CAA basketball. But it was cool. Hampton taking on Norfolk State. And I forget, Suave, am I alone where I'm the only one who forgets that Hampton is in the CAA?
No, you're not the only one, man.
Were they in the Big South a couple of years ago?
I think so.
When they left the, didn't they leave the MEAC, or were they ever part of the MEAC? I don't even remember this.
I don't think they were part of MEAC, but they did leave the Big South.
Yeah, they did leave the Big South that took over CAA. So took it a little hoops yesterday afternoon. So we'll talk to Scotty J at about 7:45 this morning. 8 o'clock hour, our buddy Brian Wurst is back as we start to break down conference championships coming up on Sunday. Also, former Eagle great Seth Joyner stops by the program at 8:30 to tell us why the Commanders, quote, don't have a snowball chance in hell of winning this weekend in Philadelphia. And then we will wrap up the program coming up at 8:45 this morning on what's trending in social media. We'll see what the message boards are talking about in Philadelphia. And Suave will have his much anticipated pregame hype video as we get ready for Philadelphia taking on the Commanders this weekend. All right, 6:31. Before we take a look at the scoreboard, I mentioned going into the break, and I posed a question. I know the answer from you two, so I'm not going to pose it to you two. Are the Commander fans the dumbest fans in the NFL? But yesterday afternoon, and do we have this audio there, boys?
Yes, we do.
Got the audio? All right.
Yes.
Yesterday afternoon, Sports Talk 97.5, the Fanatic in Philadelphia, decided to have a little bit of a conversation talking about the verbal war going on between the Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagle fans, and how one host has now deemed the Commander fans the dumbest fans in the National Football League.
Deadly. They can win in a number of ways. They have attitude. They'll want to shut up Washington and its fans. I love that. By the way, I'm finding out this week that the Commanders fans might be one of the dumbest fan bases I've ever seen.
Okay, now let's not start a war here. What's this about?
It's the NFC Championship.
What's this about?
No,
it's already war.
Dude, it's
No. I'm gonna just say this. I've been down 2 trips to Washington since I've been home. I think they got I feel terrible for those people that they've gone through what they've gone through. With that franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been bad for a long time.
You're gonna feel worse on Sunday.
I don't feel like them like I feel the Cowboys.
No, I understand that, but I follow a lot of the Eagles Twitter people, like Real Mama Eagle, right?
Okay.
And the amount of tweets that have been popping up on the algorithm now, there are Commanders fans that think they're taking over the league, which that's stupidity.
They don't wait a minute. Let's get this straight. Commander fans, they don't even take over their own building.
Well, exactly.
When they play the Eagles,
exactly.
We run their stadium.
Yeah.
We have helped them be able to afford office staff.
Yeah.
Because we know that Josh Harris is probably not, maybe caring about us as much. He's more worried about his darling Commanders.
I also saw a tweet from a Commanders fan, like one of the people that likes to put out content.
Saying what?
They have a rookie cornerback who's in the top 10 for tackles amongst rookie quarterbacks.
Okay.
And he puts out the tweet, how come I don't see Quinyon Mitchell on this? As if corners making tackles is a good thing.
And
all right, so you could cut the audio there, J-Lo Suave. So you kind of get to gist this morning that, Philadelphia Sports Talk Radio, which is all about content and clicks. And,
yeah.
Hey, some of the best sports talk radio you will find in the country, no doubt about it. They are passionate when it comes to their Philadelphia Eagles. But Suave, I'll start with you. Agree or disagree that some Commander fans may be a little bit naive, but are also dumb?
No, I do not agree with that, because if that's the case, that's every basically NFL fan you could think of.
Every fan base
let's be
has
real. Dallas has this thing called the circle of life.
Yeah.
In the summer, this is our year. They win games. We them boys. Then next thing you know, we're the accidents waiting to happen, and we start the cycle again. But you talk to them, they're a bunch of dumb people. You talk to Eagles, dumb. I mean, it's an NFL fan. If we're winning games, next thing you know, we're the greatest thing since sliced bread. If we're losing games, then we're the worst franchise known to man. So that's every NFL fan.
I'll tell you, though, J-Lo, one thing I will say about Commander fans, there really has not been a lot of negativity around this squad this year.
No.
No.
It's been pure positivity. But yeah, every NFL fan base has them. But what I will say is, while I don't think Commander fans will take over the stadium, that's a crazy topic. I do think there will be more Commander fans than the Eagles expect. And I do think you could get maybe, I'm not going to give a percentage out there because then I'll just sound stupid. I do think there's going to be a lot of Commander fans there. And I wasn't at the Eagles game this year, but I know for a fact that this year the fan base attendance was off the charts and so much better than the previous years. So they're living in the past. They're living under old ownership.
I will say this. I would be stunned to see a lot of Commander fans in attendance at the Link coming up on Sunday. I think Philadelphia does a tremendous job in the postseason of owning their home field, number one. And number two, I did see a Commander fan on social media say, hey, if you are going to the Link this weekend, don't be afraid to wear your burgundy and gold. What are you doing?
True.
Well,
what's wrong with you?
I do kind of want to see the seas of red on TV. So
No. Do you really? Do we really want to see that? Because let's just say
here we go.
that Washington wins this football game. Do you want to be that dude celebrating in the parking lot at the Link in burgundy and gold?
Get out.
You are sprinting as fast as you can. In fact, I'm leaving the game early.
Yes.
After the third quarter, I'll listen on the radio.
I'm pulling a Derek Fisher when he did that game shot in 4 seconds. So as you do it, go. Just go.
I'm out. I'm going to stand over him very quick, and then I'm going to bolt out the exit.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be that guy that's trying to beat traffic at a beat down and get out of that parking lot really quick. So.
I even tell Washington Commander players, don't because usually when you win a conference game, they celebrate on the field. Don't celebrate. Win, go. Just go. Celebrate at Ashburn or something. Do not. Because Philly, when they get passionate, it turns dangerous.
Yeah. 6:38 on a Friday morning. So there you go. A little reaction from 97.5, the Fanatic up in Philadelphia, talking about Washington Commander fans. Social media is crazy. If you do go on the message boards, you could go down I used to really be very critical of my kids. They would sit on Instagram or Twitter for an hour, like just scrolling through. And I'm like, how do you do that? Now I have found myself just sitting in the living room watching TV, getting on Instagram, just going down a rabbit hole of some of this video and some of the comments and watching the message boards and going, oh my God, I've been looking at this for 20 minutes now. On these people and their comments and what they're talking about. Oh, that's why the youth of America is dumb. That's why I'm getting dumber every single day on this radio program. No doubt about it. 6:38. Let's take a look at the scoreboard from last night. A busy night. College basketball and NBA. Is that going to be J-Lo, Suave? Who's got the scoreboard this morning?
That'd be me today.
That'd be Suave this morning. Go for it.
Yes. So let's go ahead and start last night, which I had the chance with me, Matt Hatfield, Shauna, to talk about Old Dominion women. They play Appalachian State. Appalachian State won 74-66. And we talked about earlier, in the men's college basketball, Hampton University lost to William & Mary 94-83. Also, in the top 25, we have an upset in college basketball. Maryland beat number 17 Illinois 91-70. Now we're looking at the NBA. I told you from the top that the Spurs beat the Pacers 140-110. Like I said, we had a lot of games, so we're just gonna go to a few of them. Lakers beat the Celtics 117-96. Clippers beat the Wizards, not surprising, 110-93. The Warriors, I guess they found out they're the Golden State Warriors because they beat the Chicago Bulls 131-106. Nuggets beat the Kings 132 to 123. And the Jimmy Butler's Heat lost to the Bucks 125 to 96. And wrapping it up, Mavericks beat the Thunder 121 to 115. Now coming up tomorrow, for all my Spartan fans, the men and the women will be playing. Men will be playing Howard tomorrow at 12:30 p.m., while the women will be playing Howard at 3:30 p.m. And for all you Norfolk Admirals, they're in action. Last week, they was in Norfolk. This week, they're in Quebec, Canada, playing Trois Rivières at 7 o'clock. Quebec, Canada. Quebec. So if you want to watch the Norfolk Admirals, you can go to their website. You can either watch live or you can listen live. But those are your scores for last night from the scoreboard.
All right, good stuff, Suave. Thank you very much. A reminder, the Tell 'em Kelp Talk text line is open, 757-497-1310. What are you feeling good about on this Feel Good Friday? Love to hear from you. Also, we will update the Pacer payroll poll. Questions are up on the X at Drive Johnny D, so we'll take your votes on that. This segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the brand new Bagel Baker Deli. It's opening up in about 20 minutes, 7 a.m., brand new at Virginia Beach, Loman's Plaza, right off Virginia Beach Boulevard. New announcement, they are now serving full breakfast. That's right, French toast, omelets, lox, eggs, in addition to those bagel sandwiches. And, of course, those oversized sandwiches for lunch. You don't want to miss it. Go to thebagelbakerdeli.com for a menu, a list of options. And don't forget, full catering for the big games coming up this weekend. Want a nice little sandwich tray? Go to the website, bagelbakerdeli.com. That's bagelbakerdeli.com. A Taste of New York right here in the 757, the all-new Bagel Baker Deli. All right, straight ahead, we'll start reading some of your texts on a Feel Good Friday. Also, ESPN rolled out their top 5 non-quarterbacks that will make the biggest impact this weekend. We'll read the list. We'll ask the boys, do they agree? That's straight ahead. It's the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Suave J-Lo. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is stop and go on Interstate 64 westbound this morning between Chesapeake Boulevard and Tidewater Drive. And there are lockups on Interstate 564 westbound from Terminal Boulevard to Bellinger Boulevard. Otherwise, so far, today's morning commute is going with little delays. From Suffolk to Norfolk via Interstate 264 eastbound, drive time is 24 minutes. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
KFC.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Games play out. And when you're ready to place a new bet, Juice Reel lets you shop lines across every sportsbook. Think of it as Expedia for betting. Find the best odds every time. But that's not all. With Juice Reel, you can see where the best bettors are putting their money. Real, verified betting profiles mean real advice. You can even copy the bets of the top pros to boost your game. And yes, you can get paid if others want to follow your picks too. Juice Reel is a free app. Download Juice Reel today and turn your betting history into a powerful edge. Juice Reel. Track it, improve it, and bet with the best. Use promo code FOX25 for special benefits.
The Doug Gottlieb Show.
Okay. Let's start with this.
Finally nailed it, Gottlieb.
I saw that game and I thought Josh Allen's awesome. To be in that position where if Mark Andrews catches that ball, it's a tie game, despite their offense stalled in the second half. And Andrews' drop and Andrews' fumble was in fact the tipping point and what led them to the win.
The Doug Gottlieb Show. Weekday afternoons 3 to 5 on Fox Sports 1310. The new home for the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Yeah, 6:45 on a Friday. Great to be with you. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo. The Morning Drive. Fox Sports 1310 AM. Take us with you wherever you want to go with the app, Fox Sports 1310 app. Very quickly, I want to get into some texts on a Feel Good Friday. Tell them, kill them. Talk and text line is open at 757-497-1310. So I want to read some texts. Also, ESPN put out a list of the top 5 most impactful players this weekend, not at the quarterback position. Dan Orlovsky and I think Joe Fortenbaugh did it on SportsCenter yesterday, and I want to get the boys' thoughts on that because I think Orlovsky missed one glaring dude that I think is going to be the most impactful dude in any game this weekend. So we'll discuss that in a second. But Swab, did I read this correctly? I know you just gave the NBA scoreboard.
Mm-hmm.
Does Golden State, have they made 47 threes over the last 2 games? Was that a correct stat that I just read or saw this morning on ESPN?
Yeah, I'm checking right now, but I'm not surprised not one bit. It's Golden State.
Suave. 47 in 2 games.
It's
That's
Golden
a lot
State.
Of threes, bro.
It's Golden State.
That's a lot of threes. I'm just saying. How many
I'm looking at
would UVA have in an entire season? Would they have 47 in an entire season, Jalen?
Yes,
UVA
they
would.
would.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thanks. Quality drop in there, Monty. I appreciate it. Top 5 non-quarterback impact players. Let me go over the list so I want to get y'all's thoughts. In fact, let me ask the both of you very quickly. Suave, top 5 non-quarterback impact players this weekend. Philadelphia, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City. Give me your top 5 that you would go with.
Are we doing it in order or just throw 5 out?
Well, you can put 5. Put them in order.
Put them in order?
Yeah, if you
So
could.
number 1 is going to be Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Number 2 is going to be Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Number 3 is going to be Jalen Carter.
Okay.
Number 4 is going to be, I'll say, just because I'm a homer, Bobby Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5 is going to be A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown. Okay, not a bad list. I applaud you for that. J-Lo, your top 5.
I think number 1's going to be Saquon Barkley. Number 2, I'm going to go with Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do Travis Kelce, number 3. I don't know if you're going to like this, Johnny. At number 4, I'm going to go with James Cook. I think he's underrated. Not enough people respect him. Number 5, Terry McLaurin.
Not bad. In fact, let me give you Dan Orlovsky's list, and I'll tell you what's missing. He's got Travis Kelce as number 1. We saw Kelce in the playoffs last weekend, had a monster game, 117 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Normally shows up when the lights are the brightest. Number 2, Saquon Barkley. I don't think many people are going to argue that. James Cook as number 3, which very underrated to J-Lo's
Yes.
point, man. Had a tremendous year for the Buffalo Bills. 17, 18 touchdowns, I believe, with Buffalo. Number 4, both of you left him off your list. He may be the second most impactful player. That's Chris Jones. Chris Jones,
yeah.
Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
And number 5 is Terry McLaurin. So Terry McLaurin cracks the top 5 for Dan Orlovsky. Joe Fortenbaugh goes Saquon Barkley, Chris Jones, Jalen Carter, Bobby Wagner, and the tight ends for the Buffalo Bills, who's going with Knox and Kincaid, which, as a Bills fan, I would love to see more of the tight end. They have not utilized the tight end very well, I think, in the second half of the season. I am surprised, though, Dan Orlovsky let Jalen Carter off this list. If you are asking me the most impactful guys this weekend, I think Philadelphia's got the top 2. I think Jalen Carter is number 1, and I think Saquon Barkley is number 2, and I put a Chris Jones up there as number 3. I love the Bobby Wagner pick. I think Bobby Wagner's got to have an impact for the Commanders this weekend for them to have any chance.
Even if it's not on the stat sheet as a leader.
You got to do it. I mean, he does a lot of things very well for the Commanders. He is their guy. The other one is going to be the who's that? Zach Bond for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, the
linebacker
Yeah.
that's up for Defensive Player of the Year, who was signed on a 1-year deal, special teamer. Think about
He came from New Orleans.
1-year deal, special teamer. Vic Fangio says, "Look, we're going to put you at the linebacker slot," and the dude's probably up there. If he doesn't win it, is going to be right in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Those are my 5. But when you're talking about the Commanders taking out the Eagles, boys, and in all honesty, you'll look at the rosters outside of Jada Daniels. The Eagles are pretty much dominant in every other position, are they not, over the Commanders?
Yeah. I'm man enough to say absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I love B-Rock. You're not Saquon Barkley. I love Terry McLaurin, but that's basically it. The rest of the guys are good, but that's A.J. Brown. That's Devontae Smith. And then tight end, yeah, we got Zach Ertz, but Dallas Goedert is one of those ones that's he does work. Defensive line, I love Jonathan Allen, but Jalen Carter literally
that is a beast.
Is a beast. And the fact that Sam Cosmi is out for the year. So now you got Trent Scott, I think his name is, that's got to block Jalen Carter. So that right there, and then cornerbacks, I mean, I know Marshawn Lattimore, but Quinyon Mitchell, Brad Barrett, I think the Dean, what's the rookie? Cooper DeJean. Yeah. Like,
well,
yes.
Yes, they do. But here's the thing is we had this exact conversation at this time last week about the Detroit Lions with Neil Rule, about the fact Detroit pretty much dominated in every position group when you look at it on paper.
Well, I didn't think defensively they did.
No,
I think when you look at Detroit, they had some major holes defensively. But if you look at the Commanders, Eagles are dominant at every single position. Another guy that nobody is talking about this weekend, who may be the best at his position now that other guy is broadcasting, Creed Humphrey, Kansas City, may be the best center in the NFL.
Yes,
and nobody is talking about this guy. Nobody's talking about this guy, right? I mean, that's what makes Kansas City really good. Mahomes is going to get a lot of the headlines. Kelsey's going to get a lot of the headlines. Chris Jones on one side of the line, Creed Humphrey on the other side of the line. That's what makes Kansas City tick. So I thought it was an interesting conversation they had yesterday. Non-quarterback impact players. It's going to be tough for the Commanders this weekend, boys.
It's a game of destiny, Johnny D.
It's going to be it. Game of destiny. Is that what you're calling it?
Because let's be honest. Let's be full transparency. If you take away your fandom, take away my love for Washington, J-Lo off Washington, your love for Buffalo, take away all the fandom. NFL literally is going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl 2 years ago, Kansas City and Philadelphia.
And I don't want to see that. I do not want to see that, man. I don't want to see it again. Stop.
Yes.
Stop. I don't want to see it again. I do not want to see Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I do not. I'm sorry. I do not. Josh Allen deserves to be on the biggest stage one time. One time. Buffalo, please, for the love of all holy, do not waste the talent of Superman when he puts that cape on up in Buffalo. Don't waste that talent. We do not want to see Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Hey, let me get to a couple of texts
Go
here
right
real
ahead.
quick before the break.
Mhm.
Again, the Tom McCallum Talking text line is open, 757-497-1310. The 757 feeling good about on a Friday. The Moneyline Parlay, Eagles and Chiefs, a Super Bowl rematch for the ages. Go Birds. Commanders feel good vibe is over on Sunday. Okay. A lot of people feel that way. What would that be, Suave? Put it into your app. Do me a favor. Do a Moneyline Parlay, Eagles, Bills. If I were to put 500 on it, what would I win? Just curiosity, okay?
Okay.
Just pull that up very quick. 757, feeling good on this Friday about my Commanders playing for the Super Bowl and the Cowboys sitting at home. How you feeling, Jer? That's got to be a hard watch for Jerry Jones, too. It really does.
Yeah.
Especially for the past 20 years, he saw how a dumpster fire Washington was. And off 1 year, rookie quarterback, new head coach, full Josh Harris and all them boys, and they're next to one game away from the Super Bowl. Wow.
Schwab, not only a new head coach, but a coach that was in your building.
Ooh!
That's the guy that was in your building, that was walking your halls.
Yeah.
And all those
You let
players.
him just go. You let him go. You just let him go.
Yep.
The 804, feeling good on this Friday about the weather. Might hit 38 today. What a miserable week. Yeah, it's been bad. Schools are canceled again. Although, JLo,
Yeah.
schools are canceled, but games are on tonight.
They're still on?
Yeah.
I was going to check that out later today. Yeah, I think
Maybe you
also.
could fact check me on that. But
Yeah,
I
I'll check that out. But I think all schools are actually asynchronous because I know my brother is, which basically means they don't have to attend any class, but they have work they need to be doing.
Yeah, you got work to do, but you could sleep all day and
Yeah.
still get your work done.
Essentially,
My poor
yes.
wife, she is a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, no.
And I believe she's putting out the agenda as we speak this morning. And the 434 chimes in this morning. Feeling good about football this weekend. Anything that keeps me from thinking about UVA football and hoops, they stink. Go Hokies. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, J-Lo or J-Slow. That's for the
Hey,
434
now we officially know his fandom. He's not a petty UVA fan.
He's not a petty UVA fan? There you
He's
go.
just a Tech fan. Yeah,
All right.
now we
Tom
know.
McCallum Talking text line is open 757-497-1310 if you want to chime in on a Friday on a Feel Good Friday. A reminder straight ahead, man. 7 o'clock hour will give you the latest NFL coaching news. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is coming up. The one and only scroll of Cowboy Hank. And then the boys sit down with DJ Woody O'Goody, as Suave likes to say, as the kids are saying. That's coming up at 7:30. Friend of the program, Scotty Jackson, will join us at 7:45 as we talk Commanders and we talk about his interaction with fanboy Jack the other night during ODU JMU's game. Look at Jack. Suave, man. J-Lo is just so not looking forward to 7:45 this morning.
I am looking forward to it. Scott's great. I love Scott.
And
I love
in
his
fact,
show.
I'm going to make the prediction that Scott Jackson's connection will be interrupted and will not make it out to the radio program this morning. Suave, are you in agreement on that one? That there will be technical difficulties for some reason, just out of the blue because J-Lo is in charge.
No.
That's my prediction this morning. So
No.
6:58, hour one in the book. Straight ahead, the scroll of Cowboy Hank. You don't want to miss it. It's the morning drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. A nice day today with a mix of mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, high temperatures near 40 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid-20s. For Saturday, sunshine and low 40s. Warmer on Sunday will reach the low 50s with partly cloudy skies. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
Michael Vick is preparing for his first season as Norfolk State's head football coach. Meanwhile, Vick will have not one, but
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
The community support gave us a record year. And this year, more than ever, our team will be hard at work, making sure we're bringing you the best value, the best quality, and the best jewelry styles. We're looking forward to helping you commemorate your special moments with a piece from Adele Diamond. From all of us, we say thank you, and we'll see you soon. Adele Diamond, your local trusted fine jeweler.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Sponsored by Armstrong Pharmaceuticals.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning, it's 7:02, and this is your Fox Sports Update. For the first time as an NBA player, Victor Wembanyama played in his homeland on Thursday in a 2-set games of San Antonio, Indiana. His first game, he did a little bit, dropping 30, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and a 140-110 win, which is San Antonio's second largest victory margin of this season and Indiana's second largest defeat margin. In college football, Notre Dame, Benjamin Morrison is entering the NFL draft. The 6', 190-pound Morrison has 6 interceptions as a true freshman in 2022, tied for third nationally and earning freshman All-American honors from ESPN and other outlets. His 6 interceptions were the most for a Notre Dame player since linebacker Monte Teo has 7 as a Heisman Trophy finalist in 2012. In the NFL, Liam Cohen going to Green Bay? Nope, put that plane going right back to Jacksonville because the general manager, Trent Balt, was fired and he is now going for a second interview. And this development came a day after Cohen had pulled himself out of the running for the Jacksonville job. And hours later, went right back. 49ers and Robert Salah, they separated. Now they sources say they're coming right back together. That's right. He expected to be hired for a second stint as defensive coordinator. Now, Salah went 23rd with no playoff appearances over 3+ seasons with the Jets, along with a 3-9 finish, but was fired after 2-3. But in those 5 games before his dismissal, the Jets ranked 5th in defensive EPA. But it's the morning drive with Johnny D. Cohen. We're powered by Cover Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cover Sports TV. Up next, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Scroll of Hank.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Here we go, hour number 2 On a Friday, on a Feel Good Friday, on a Feel Good Football Friday, the morning drive. Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. You can check us out on YouTube this morning as we are streaming live and in living color. Appreciate everybody dialing us up at Cova Sports TV. We will update the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning coming up here in a minute. Also remind you the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line is open this hour. 757-497-1310 is your phone number. You heard Suave at the top of the hour talking about some NFL coaching news. This Liam Cohen, this is pretty wild. And it tells you everything you want to know about Trent Baalke's tenure in Jacksonville, right? So Trent Baalke is there earlier this week. They're trying to interview Liam Cohen. He said thanks, but no thanks. He's going to return to Tampa Bay, where apparently was going to become the NFL's highest paid coordinator from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm sure Baker Mayfield was very happy. Then all of a sudden, Jacksonville and Trent part ways unexpectedly, right? But not a surprise. We talked about it earlier this week. What a train wreck Baalke was as a general manager, both in San Francisco at his time there and in Jacksonville. But I give credit to Shad Khan over there for the Jags that says, you know what, this is a guy we want, and we're going to go after him, and we're not going to take no for an answer. We think we removed the problem that was in the building, and they pretty much called Liam Cohen up and said, hey, here's the deal. This dude, he's out. Not only do we want you to be the head coach, we want you to pick the general manager that you want to work with, and we're going to give you the bag to do so. So good work, man. As much as we criticize this organization, one thing I will say, they saw somebody they wanted. They went out and got him. Same thing for the Chicago Bears. Is it going to work in Chicago with Ben Johnson? I don't know. But, man, they're excited. And they've got an offensive-minded guy that could work with quarterbacks. And you got a quarterback in Chicago with Caleb Williams. So, I applaud the ownership group up there in Chicago for going out and getting him. And will it work in Chicago? I hope so. Now we can see who they're going to bring in to be their offensive line coach, because that's going to be the next big hire. And then you got the New York Jets, Suave, which let me say this. I know Aaron Glenn played for the New York Jets. Congratulations. And I know everybody's saying he is a leader of young men. I get it. I totally understand that. But as you see across the NFL landscape, you're going out and getting offensive coordinators because it's an offensive-minded league. It is. You got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to throw the football. Defense is great, but we know that offense is going to be a big part of it. And you got a quarterback situation in New York that you got to figure out. Didn't the Jets just go through a disaster of hiring a defensive-minded coach in Robert Saleh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through this, and I saw that Bobby Saleh is probably going to reunite out in San Francisco, and good for him, for old Bobby Boy. But didn't we just go through this in New York?
Yes.
Yes,
we have.
Like, this is why the Jets and Woody Johnson is a disaster. And also, by the way, I don't think they've got a general manager yet. So you went out and you got a head coach, but you ain't got a GM. And that's been the problem in New York. So just some interesting going-ons with the coaching carousel that is the National Football League. So we'll keep you up to date on that. But did I miss anything else? Oh, by the way, Dallas. Yeah, what's going on in Dallas? People are not happy about Brian Schottenheimer possibly being the next head coach. And I know Colin Cowherd, who does his show on this radio station, 12 to 2, I believe it is, or 12 to 3, weekday afternoons right here on Fox Sports 1310, likes to talk about coaching openings and saying, hey, what do your rivals talk about when you make a hire? What do you think Philadelphia, Washington, and the New York Giants are thinking today if the Dallas Cowboys go out and hire Brian Schottenheimer when you could have had Deion Sanders? Right? Seriously. What are you thinking about in Washington, Philadelphia, and New York? Are you a little bit nervous this morning knowing that the Dallas Cowboys with Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott and that roster is about to hire Brian Schottenheimer as your next head coach? And why does Jerry Jones feel the need to go cheap with his head coaches. You know why? Because he's really the head coach.
Yep.
Because all he's doing is hiring a puppet for Jerry Jones for the Dallas Cowboys. That's all he's doing. And when that puppet has a little bit of success and gets more of the headlines and more of the spotlight that Jerry does, guess what happens? That puppet leaves. That be a Jimmy Johnson, that be a Bill Parcells. They get out. They get out while they're on top. That's what happens down in Dallas. Speaking of Dallas, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once again. It is the most sought-after segment in all of Sports Talk Radio at Hampton Roads. It's got nothing to do with Suave. It's got nothing to do with J-Lo. Believe it or not, it's got nothing to do with yours truly. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only Cowboy fan, Scroll of Hank.
3, 2, 1. Time to open the scroll.
It is the Scroll of Hank. Good morning, Hank. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Yes, we
Get a little bit
can.
of music there, J-Lo. Give
Oh,
a little
this
bit of
is
music. We need a
outstanding.
music bed this morning. Come on, man.
Ooh, you loud and clear, Hank.
We are loud and clear this morning, Hank. Good morning, Hank. How are you on this Feel Good Friday?
Man, I'm fantastic. Technology is blowing me away, man. This stuff is crazy. I mean, you know, oh my gosh. If it was Marty, I'd be okay. But if I was Micah Parsons, and this is the stuff that I was hearing, I would immediately ask for a trade. I mean, you know, what we're doing here, once again, is we're kowtowing to QB4. Jerry is all in. Y'all, everybody makes a mistake in thinking that he's not. He's all in on one guy. He is convinced that Dak can take us where we need to go. And that's the issue. Instead of hiring somebody like a Liam Cohen, like a Ben Johnson, Jerry has decided that, I have got to make sure that Dak is comfortable. And the only way to do that is to hire somebody within the organization who was already a part of the offense, even though he didn't call plays. And this is something that I always laugh about with people with these titles. He was technically our offensive coordinator, which is a joke to me, but that's what we're doing. Jerry's afraid that if he was to hire somebody with any kind of intelligence, with any kind of a complex offense, that Dak wouldn't be able to pick it up. And I've told you guys, we don't run any stack offense. We don't run any multiple formations. We rarely run motion because honestly it confuses our quarterback more than it does the defense. So this is just Jerry being all in on QB4, and that's the problem with this team right now. It's 9 years. Y'all seen the memes. Y'all seen them. That Jaden Daniels in a rookie season has already done as much as Dak has in 9 years, and that is our problem.
That's the problem.
One of the things I wanted to talk about when it came to the ODU game was the halftime show. That was more entertaining
Yes,
than
sir.
the game.
What
I know
was the
what he's
halftime
talking
show?
about.
What was the halftime show?
Superstars. They're like
The
little
Super-
blow up.
Yeah. What was LeBron's name, Hank? I can't remember. It was like
LeBronco James.
Yeah, LeBronco James took the floor.
And there was a Snail Earnhardt Jr. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing, man. That stuff was hilarious to me.
Are they more entertaining than what's the lady's name who comes out and spins the plates?
She's awesome
on the
too.
unicycle.
On the unicycle.
Yeah, she's great. She's been to ODU games
fantastic.
before. But
She
I
is
would
fantastic.
take the superstars over her because now I've seen her. She's not played, okay? She's always entertaining. But whoever came up with this concept, I love the Minions. Okay, the Minions make me laugh. Like they're just funny to me.
Underrated. Yeah, the Minions are underrated. Come on, Johnny.
Talking about Minions? What are we
Yeah,
doing?
man.
You don't like the
I'm
Minions?
just saying,
No.
this is along the same lines. That was entertaining. Because when it came out, I'm like, what are we doing, man? This is like a clown show. But no, it was funny, man. I was actually laughing at it.
Then later in the game, you had the one chewing up the dude.
Yes. And he's
spitting them out.
How the heck did he get all up in there? How did he have all that room? You know, I was like, come on, man.
Doing here? Where's this conversation
We're
going?
talking about the Old Dominion Entertainment and how they keep the fans staying at the game.
We just went from Jerry Jones not being able to get a quality head coach because of QB4 to the entertainment at halftime of the ODU JMU game, which is not supposed to be better than the game. It's not.
But it was.
That's tell you something right there.
But it was.
Even J-Lo admits, that it was because, hey, look, man, that's what happens when I write stuff down, Johnny D.
He had time to think about it.
Time to think about. Put your thoughts on paper. That's what happened.
Yeah. So, okay. How do you want me to handle this weekend? Johnny D, I know you don't like for people to praise your team because you feel
No. In fact, I've turned a corner this morning, Hank.
Yeah, did you hear his opening segment?
My monologue this morning, I have finally admitted, it's a public service announcement, that I despise the Kansas City Chiefs. Anything to do with Patty Mahomes, anything to do with Travis Kelce. I love Andy Reid, but I do not want to see them win anymore. I'm going to be petty. It is Buffalo's time. Buffalo needs to win this football game this weekend, or yours truly will join Scroll of Hank and become a free agent fan. I got to get a W. I'm tired of this. And I'm just being pure pettiness in my point. I don't like Kansas City. They win too much. It's New England and Tom Brady all over again. I'm over it. I need a W. I got to get a W this weekend.
I've got something to say to you. Welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome aboard. I still love pretty women, so it don't bother me to see Taylor Swift. Even though, I got her on. She's about a 6.5 on my scale. She needs to eat a couple of little whatever they serve at Kansas City in the food territory that's good. She needs to put a couple of those in her mouth. And she had my girl at the last game. She had the logo.
What a power box. What a power box last weekend. Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift.
Those two could dominate the world at this point between the two of them. So,
absolutely.
And Johnny, I don't know if you heard yesterday. I know y'all probably didn't, but did you see the video where your girl went 50 for 54 on threes?
You brought it up on the show yesterday. Let it go.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't hear you. I could not hear you yesterday.
It doesn't matter that she did it at practice. I don't care.
Okay, well, thank you. That's what I wanted to hear.
Hank, to put it into perspective, UVA shoots 100% from 3 during practice.
I don't think so.
Well, not 100%, but they definitely shoot good.
Halo, that's like crazy.
Don't do it.
During practice. You watch the warm-ups, they hit them all the time.
Stop,
And then they get to the game, and they miss, and an air ball.
It's just a miracle how they can hit 100% of practice, but they shoot 22% of the game.
Worst college basketball offense, UVA or ODU?
Oh boy, that's a tough.
It's gotta be ODU. You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, look, we stat check that, J-Lo, very quickly. The worst offense in Division I college basketball. Is it VMI? Is it Longwood? Is it UVA or is it ODU? ODU is close. ODU and UVA is going to be a toss-up, I think.
Yeah.
Toss-up. Unbelievable.
I think it's a toss-up this morning.
Sheesh, y'all.
Man, you know what? I don't want to cross the line, but I've got, I can't. All right, I won't. I saw something at an ODU game. Huh?
Cross it. Cross that line, Hank.
You guys remember when Eddie Murphy talked about Elvis's walk? Have y'all ever heard of Eddie Murphy talking about the Fat Elvis walk? I know you young guys probably haven't, but I'm counting on Johnny D for this one.
Keep going, bud. Keep going.
Huh?
Keep going.
Mike Jones, bro, he's got the Elvis walk. And it's got
a little bit of the Elvis strut.
It's got me cracking up the other night, man.
A little bit of the Elvis strut. Yeah, but
no, Fat Elvis. You got to look it up. You got to look up Fat Elvis and Eddie Murphy, and I promise you're going to die laughing when you see it.
I got to see this. And I'm a fan of all the old school Eddie Murphy, like Delirious and
I
Raw.
love
Like
Eddie Murphy so much. It's not when he had Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood and Gumby and all those characters.
Yes,
man,
yes.
I used to love me some Eddie Murphy, man. All right, we've gone completely off the rails. It must be the new technology.
Yeah, and by the way, when you're talking about VMI in worst offense, they're actually ranked number 3 in worst offense.
Why we can't count them, man? They got too much military commitment to be actually considered a basketball team. But okay.
Okay. So where does ODU rank in comparison to UVA? Give me the rankings.
I can't even. Got to be under. ODU is not in this ranking. Well, they might be. I just haven't found them yet. No, ODU is not in the top 25 of worst offense.
Wow. Okay.
Number 1 is Mississippi Valley State. Then you have Detroit, VMI, the Pacific Tigers, who I didn't know they were a D1 school.
Yeah.
Coppin State, DePaul, Siena.
What happened to DePaul?
I know my brother used to be a huge DePaul fan, and it's sad to me. He likes the Kansas City Royals too. How depressing and the Dolphins. How depressing is his fan life, man?
I know. Hey, Hank, we got to wrap it up very quick. Got about 15 seconds. Your predictions for this weekend.
All right, I'm begging for the Bills to win, and first in title game history, the Eagles and Washington are going to tie. So that's my prediction.
Bye, Hank.
Yeah, go
Have
Eagles.
a great weekend. Go Eagles. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We do it each and every day at this time. It is the legendary scroll of Cowboy Hank here on the radio program. A reminder that this segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the fine folks of
MillersHomeComfort.com.
That's right, boys. Locally owned since 1978. 40 years of serving the comfort needs of Hampton Roads. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. One place to go is
MillersHomeComfort.com.
Hey, straight ahead, we will update on this Friday the Pacer payroll poll questions of the day. Also, the boys had a chance to sit down with DJ Woody Goody. Is that correct, Suave? Did I get it right?
DJ Woody, oh, goody.
Oh, I forgot about the O.
Yes.
Okay. DJ Woody, oh, goody. Sorry.
There you go.
My apologies. The boys sit down with the man himself. That is straight ahead. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
On Interstate 64 westbound, an accident has blocked the entrance ramp for Tidewater Drive, exit ramp 277. And on Interstate 64 westbound, there are slowdowns from Chesapeake Boulevard to Tidewater Drive. Lastly, a reminder that a lift for the James River Bridge is scheduled at 7:45 a.m. Otherwise, your morning commute is going smoothly. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams Deloitte, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better. And it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
best of the Big Apple. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or a quick snack, BB Deli has you covered. Visit us at our new location, Loman's Plaza off Virginia Beach Boulevard. BB Deli, where tradition meets taste. The Bagel Baker Deli. Work in Town Center? Order online at thebagelbaker.com for easy pickup or delivery.
New year, new deals at Southern Ford Newport News. Huge savings on remaining new 24 inventory. Low APR financing available. Plus up to $1,000 extra for your trade-in. See Southern Ford today. SouthernFordNewportNews.com. Call 844-255-2475 for details.
This is The Herd.
Wow.
With Colin Cowherd.
If Ben Johnson and the Bears don't work, I'm pouring my entire net worth into Bitcoin. I think it's going to work. This is not the Jets. This is not Carolina. This should work, and here's the new guy they hired. He was in a bad franchise that built up from the ground floor.
This is The Herd.
Weekdays from noon to 3 on Fox Sports 1310. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Great to be with you. It is a Friday, 25 degrees in Hampton Roads. A little chilly this morning. Our thanks to old Cowboy fan Hank, the Scroll of Hank. If you missed it this morning, check it out on the YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. All right, the boys had an opportunity to do a little bit of a sit-down yesterday afternoon. I want to get to that in a second, Suave. But first, can you give us an update of the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning, if you don't mind? Or J-Lo, whichever. It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to do it. Is it going to be J-Lo?
I can do it unless you'd rather do it.
On UVA's ranking, by the way. I know you've been looking. What was UVA's ranking?
They only have the top 25 on there.
Okay. I'll find it.
Yeah. Go ahead, J-Lo.
Yeah. Our PayServe payroll poll questions of the day today. Number 1, do you think the Washington Commanders can pull off the upset over the Philadelphia Eagles? 60% of people are homers, and they say yes, they can.
Yes, they can. All right. Got a lot of homers this morning.
Yes, sir. PayServe payroll poll question of the day. Number 2, is this the year the Buffalo Bills make it to the Super Bowl over the Chiefs? 88.9% say yes, it is.
Ooh, I hope so, man. I got to tell you, if not, it's going to be a long week next week. There's going to be a lot of soul searching going on next week. You got to get it done. I'm tired of Patty Mahomes. I'm just so over Patrick Mahomes. I really am. Sorry.
Yep. No, I get it. I get it. Absolutely. Our next PayServe payroll poll question of the day. Who has the most pressure to win this weekend? Is it Sean McDermott or Nick Sirianni? 54.5% goes to Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Sirianni, man. Look, Sirianni's been fantastic, but if they don't beat Washington at home for a chance to go back to the Super Bowl, and Sirianni does not have a good coaching afternoon, I would love to be in Philadelphia for that.
It's going to be glorious.
Love to be in Philadelphia for that. All right, keep going, J-Lo.
That's all we got.
That's all we got this morning. All right,
Yes,
you
sir.
can vote on the poll on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. You can also chime in on our YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. All right, Suave, I'll kick it to you. You could set it up. You had a chance yesterday afternoon. You were very giddy and excited about this. And I apologize if I don't share in your giddiness, but I am not a Commanders fan, so I do not share in your giddiness.
I understand,
We
man.
understand
We
it.
understand, but so, yes, yesterday, me and my homie over here, J-Lo, had the chance to sit down with the guy one of the guys who created the Commanders song. You know, the left-hander, who are we, the Commanders? His name is DJ Woody. Oh, goody. And we talked about Washington. We talked about the Commanders, how it feels. It was a great interview. And right now, here it is, the interview with one of the writers, DJ Woody. Oh, goody, coming up now.
Yo, what's up, everyone? We got a special one for you. Once again, this is Don Suave with my PIC partner in crime, Jack. Go ahead, talk to him, Jack.
Yeah, man, we got a great guest coming on. We're very honored to have him on. The creator of that theme song, Left Hand Up, Who Are We? The Commanders, DJ Woody O'Goody. I hope I said that right.
Oh, goody!
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
But
Hey.
I have to correct you. though.
Uh-oh.
I am the co-creator.
Co-creator. Yep,
Yeah,
you're right.
My nephew, Big 5'7".
Yeah. So
Great to hear.
he couldn't make it. He had some work-related stuff he had to deal with, but he wanted to be here so bad.
It's all good. It's all good, man. And we just first of all, we want to thank you for taking the time, your precious time to come on this and interview with me and my partner Jack for our morning drive with Johnny D. I mean, let's just get right to it, man. Can you just? We love you. We love this song. But can you just let the people know just who DJ Woody O Goody? Just tell the fans who you are.
DJ Woody Goody was a inspiring rapper in the 90s. And I realized that the game has changed. It went to hardcore rap and gangster rap, and that wasn't my style. So I just DJed and continue to write raps for fun as a hobby. And 30 years later, the Left Hand Up was born. So yes, I'm a local DJ in the DMV area, but I love to write. I love the studio life, and I love writing. So that's basically it in a nutshell. I'm a rapper / DJ.
All right. And like I said, speaking about rapping, it sounds like, just tell us, how did you come up with this Commander song, man? I mean, tell us, man.
It was just a blessing that it happened, because back maybe 3-4 years ago, my nephew Big 5'7" told me that he was rapping now, and I was like, let me see what you got. When he showed me what he got, I felt like he did not know how to structure a song. He did not have a chorus. He did not have an intro. He did not have an exit. He just rapped. And I tried to explain to him how to break down the song with a chorus and everything. So the next time he came to me, he said he followed the script and he was good. So I said, out of the blue, I said, let's do a Redskins song. And then it was the pandemic and the change of the name. But once they named it Commanders, I went to the studio, and that's how it came about.
Awesome, man. Like I said, that song, I mean, when that song first started, it was like something different, because a lot of us grew up with the Hail to the Redskins song. I mean, Hail to the Redskins, Brave in the Warpath. So when Commanders come around, I know Hail to the Commanders, they tried their way to do a fight song, but it just won't hit like Hail to the Redskins, which is something special. Then all of a sudden, this Commander song that I was told to, I said, there's a song for Commanders. Then I went to YouTube and I saw the song, and I was like, ooh.
And listen, I think you saw the video of him playing it on the speaker Monday morning after the Detroit win. We love the song, absolutely.
That's why I kind of got wind of it, because not only did he send it to me, like 10 other people sent it to me. He looked like he in the studio, so I said I'm gonna holler at him just to see what's going on. And once I found out, he told me where y'all was at, and I knew I couldn't make that trip to Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
I'm here. I made it here some kind of way.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're gonna get it done regardless, man. This right here, technology, we can do it over the video, so we can do it at the company of your own, man.
Gotta love it.
We love it. So J-Lo, you got any questions for my man right here?
Yeah, just starting out. The thing I always like to ask on any Commanders guests we have on, whether that's former player, media member, whoever, I always want to talk about this team's culture, because something is different about the culture and the team now than it was 3 years ago. Now, obviously, there's obvious answers: the ownership, coaching staff, whatever. But I don't know if you've been to a game this year or not, but just talk to me about the culture between the team, the fan base, and just everything, and what it's like in the DMV, and just how happy everybody is, and just how great this run has been.
Well, you can never see anybody frowning. That's a Commanders fan.
Yeah.
Everybody's smiling. They very courteous. Good morning. How you doing today? Let me hold the door for you. How you doing? How you see that game? Everything is about the Commanders, man, and we love it. I do remember I went to games before, like you said, 3 years ago, and it was mostly the other team's fans, and we was competitive, but all the close games we was losing. So what flipped this year, because we won 6 straight games under 10 hits. And I never seen that. It's unbelievable. So in the beginning, it felt like, here we go again. But once we start winning them, I just love it. So the culture, the fan base, everybody, you don't have you didn't have an overwhelming amount of people wearing Redskin or Commander stuff. But now the ones that
you can't walk anywhere without it.
came out of hiding. But I will say this: I always stayed in my Commander stuff, Redskin stuff. It didn't matter what we won 7 games. I made the song after we won 7 games, and then we won 8 games, and then we won 4 games, and I was still rocking. So it had nothing to do with the wins. It absolutely nothing to do with the wins. I'm die hard.
At what point, really quick, Suave, and I'll get to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But at what point during the season, there's a lot of different points of memories of the season. At what point did you realize just how good this team was and just how serious this run was? Whether it's, the first big one was when we played at Cincinnati Monday night. We won in Cincinnati. Or maybe beating the Philadelphia Eagles, or, competing with these high-level teams. Or maybe it was the playoff. At what point did you realize how serious of a run this was?
Well, I say this: having a rookie quarterback and any rookie quarterback in the league, when they throw their first interception, you're worried about how they're going to respond from that. You think, is they going to get shook? They're going to get shook. But I was watching that Cincinnati game, and I said, "Dang, he threw his first interception." And then the lineman got in his face, and he said, "You can't with me." And threw a touchdown to Terry McLaurin. I said, we got a real one.
Yeah.
Not only that, people kept saying, y'all haven't played nobody. We're 7-2, and we played all NFL teams, and people are telling us that we have not played nobody. We played 7 NFL teams. So I wasn't convinced that we were going to do any damage like in the playoff at that time, because I do feel like feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was probably just an edge a tad bit better than us. But I will say this: you take the number 1 seed team, who to me looked like the best team in the league, and you go in their home stadium and you do what we did, I'm convinced that we can win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. Suave.
And speaking about that, you talking about the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and start from the past and work to the future. The past, RFK, and your lyrics, you said you had RFK rocking. Now, I've never been RFK, but my mom and my uncle have. They used to tell me the stands used to shake. They used to shake. Every joke used to shake. And now you can look at right now, it seems like the same feeling. But if you could compare this season to anything, what can you kind of compare this season to from the past Redskin seasons?
Well, I'm going to say, to me, I think this right here feels better than that.
Woo!
Ooh, man.
I don't know if it's because it's been so long, but I wasn't at RFK Stadium, but I saw all the highlights, and I did get goosebumps when they were saying we want dollars. That's why I added it to the song, and I was telling my nephew that we kind of reinvented the "We Want Dollars" chant, because it was so popular this year when we were about to play dollars, when I haven't heard it be this popular over the years since way back then. But when you put "We Want Dollars" in the song, it seemed like everybody just gravitated to that when we were about to play dollars. But comparing it from then to now, just to answer your question, this feeling right here is a little special.
Absolutely. So if you get, once again, this is the Commanders co-writer of the song, his nephew, Big 5-7, we want to say shout out to him as well. Y'all did a great job on this song. It's like an anthem, like a slogan. I know we got raised hell, but just going around saying left hand up, who are we? The
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the song. Yep.
It took me by storm, because when I said left hand up, it was a playoff of, back in the day when we used to go to parties and stuff. The important thing was to have crowd participation. So as I was writing it, I said, I want to have them do something. I'm a right-handed guy, but for some reason, I said left hand up. Right?
It sucked.
What is the MC? Master ceremony. Like Carol's one. MC and Raquel, you gotta rock the mic, you gotta rock the crowd. So that's what you're doing.
The crowd was big. They used to say, wave your hands in the air, hip hop hooray, ho. It was always participation. So when we did the video, I told the people, I said, on the word up, everybody put their left hand up. So when I got to that part, and it worked, and I said, oh, that's cool. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have people saying left hand up, but that was kind of unbelievable.
Hey, look at a blessing and never too late. Like you said, 30 years ago, look at right now. Now all fans, all Commander fans know this song. All Commander fans sing this song. And even ones who don't hate us know this song as well. So, yeah.
Another catchy thing that I didn't expect, I would have never thought, but a lot of people will say those haters can't stand us. Anytime the haters say something, they throw that in their face like, I got something for y'all. We already know y'all can't stand us. So we can't So I didn't. That took me by surprise too. Cause I'm like, everybody saying those haters can't stand us. It's catchy, but I guess when you're writing, you don't know if people gonna like it. You have absolutely no idea. You're just writing a song, and in fact, I just wanted to do a song with my nephew.
Yes, and look at it right now. Just those lyrics, because honestly, I don't know if you've seen it. Eagles got a little hype video now, and I really feel like, okay, that's cute. They're trying to battle what you did, so now they got their own little thing now. So I'm feeling like, okay, who's gonna be next? The Giants, the Cowboys? I mean, you can say all you want to, but it's only one.
It's only one. It's only one. Another thing I noticed, which I don't knock them for doing it. I embrace it. I noticed that shortly after we did ours, maybe a year later, it was like 40 Commanders songs, And I was like, But now today it's about 100 Commander songs. So a lot of people catch fire. Some people waited to we start winning, but other people was like right behind me. I haven't seen anything that was before. I don't want to say we was the first one because I don't know who was in the lab early that year 2022. We went in the lab. I went in the lab April 2022. But I don't see anything on YouTube before the recent release of ours. I don't even care who was first, as long as we're doing what we're doing.
Honestly, to be real with you, I think y'all was first because you got to realize when 2020 happened with the football team. Then when the brand came, it was Commanders. I ain't heard nobody. No one with the song. I remember when people was calling me, it was like, yo, y'all got a new theme song? I was like, what? I was like, and then I looked at it. But all I can say is there can be many, but there only can be one. They're going to be the first. And we give that honor to you. You are the first, man.
I appreciate that. I love it. I love it, man, because I can remember when we first put it out. When I tell you the hate was for real, Y'all suck. What are they doing? Why is that old man with this fat boy? You know I saw.
Yeah.
They was killing us, but what happened was they wanted to share it as a joke, and when they shared it as a joke, it got to so many people that loved it. And next thing you know, it was on Pat McAfee show, on Brian Mitchell show, on all these shows, calling me to have an interview. So the joke was on them.
Absolutely. So J-Lo, go ahead. Go question for him. One last question.
We got about 30 seconds here, DJ. Just what are your thoughts coming up on the Eagles game, the NFC Championship game? First time in so long that the Commanders have seen this round. But really quickly, just what do you expect? What do you think the headline on the Washington newspaper will be Monday morning?
Well, we win. Now, I'm saying that because I had so many butterflies when we were about to play. I never had butterflies before a game. But when we were about to play Detroit, I thought they was the best in the league. And I had butterflies. But once we played them in Detroit and beat like we did, I'm not worried about Philly at all. I'm not worried about Buffalo or Kansas City. So the headline Monday's going to be we in the Super Bowl. And the headline 2 weeks after that is going to be we the Super Bowl champs.
Absolutely. So once again, we want to thank you for coming onto this show. Thank you for taking your time out. Thank you for the song. Thank you for representing the Commanders. Just all honor, all praise, and thank you very much for that.
Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. And once again, this is your boy Don Suave with my man Jack right here, and co-writer of the greatest, I said it, greatest theme song to a football team, the Washington Commanders, right here, DJ Woody, Goody, Big 5-7. So we say, we put our left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. We'll see y'all Sunday at the link. Take care, y'all. Whoop.
Yes, sir. That was our interview right there with DJ Woody Goody. And coming up next after the break from the sister program, Priority Auto Sports Radio 94.1, very own Scott Jackson, one of the voices of Old Dominion, one of the voices of Washington Commanders. It's a Commanders takeover right now on the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cover Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cover Sports TV.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is slowing on Interstate 64 westbound between Chesapeake Boulevard and Tidewater Drive, and on Interstate 564 westbound, there are slight delays from Terminal Boulevard to Bellinger Boulevard. Lastly, expect delays for your drive along US 17 as a lift for the James River Bridge is scheduled soon at 7:45 a.m. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
Progressive Insurance could save.
At Rush Soccer, our love of the game and the community we create doesn't stop when we leave the pitch or when the season ends. We are more than an individual player, team, club, or league. We are a truly global community of athletes, parents, coaches, professionals, and fans. We believe that youth sports and the pathway to a lifelong love of soccer have the power to form deep, meaningful connections that will fundamentally shape our players and those in our community. We believe that what we feel is the key to what we can achieve. Feel the pride. Feel the confidence. Feel the legacy. Feel the connection. Feel the trust. Feel the acceptance. Feel the purpose. Feel the difference. Feel the rush.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TURN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. We begin with the Ben Maller Show. Handle with care.
Panay Sewell said it's bullpucky that Jared Goff is getting blamed for the loss. Jared Goff was not only a quarterback, he was verkakta. It's terrible. That's the type of performance that got Sean McVay so jonesed up to trade a bag full of scratcher tickets to get rid of Jared Goff.
Ben Maller. The Ben Maller Show from 2 to 6 a.m. on Fox Sports 1310. Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, it's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Yeah, great to be with you. 7:47 on a Friday, on a feel-good Friday, on a feel-good football Friday right here on the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. Reminder that this segment of the Drive is presented by SOS, soldonsite.com. 757-460-1111. Does your home have you in distress? Cash offer within 24 hours. You could close within 7 days, so don't stress. Give a call to SOS at 757-460-1111. All right, good stuff. Joining us right now, he is the voice of Old Dominion University basketball. He is the post-game voice of the Washington Commanders. He is the one individual in Hampton Roads that I could talk to objectively about the game coming up this weekend between the Commanders and the Eagles. No offense, Suave. No offense, J-Lo. the one and only Scott Jackson, host of the afternoon show on Priority Auto Sports 94.1. Scotty J, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, guys. See, you're still snowed in, John. We need some of us to come over there and shovel you out?
No, I'm in pretty good shape. Full transparency. Management had given me authorization to work remotely this week prior to this huge blizzard that blew into Hampton Roads, and I'm
I was
I'll
going
be
to
honest
say, a
with
little
you.
soft for a guy from upstate New York. That's okay. I'm glad I feel better now. Okay.
It's all good. Now, look, I probably could have came in this morning, but I was feeling soft. Absolutely. I'm tired of the cold weather. It's 27 degrees this morning, and I wish I had an afternoon show. I'm not going to lie at this point. I wish it was a little bit of an afternoon and not 4:30 in the morning. But let's talk a little bit about the Commanders coming up this weekend. A lot of discussion about Jaden Daniels, obviously. But let's take the quarterbacks out of the equation right now.
Okay.
Let's take Jaden Daniels out. Let's take Jalen Hurts out. When you look at these rosters, where does Washington possibly have an advantage over the Eagles?
Probably nowhere, I would say. No. Maybe no, they probably don't. Because you look, Wagner's played great. He's been all pro. Luvu's been really good, but they're in Wagner's case, he's a little bit older. But I think that's what's kind of been I guess maybe you could say the kicking game, right? Even though Zane Gonzalez is not great, but Tressway is wonderful. But special teams probably the only area you would probably give them an edge. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's been wild about this season is I think if you can't think about this team without Jaden Daniels, because if they didn't, they would not obviously be in the playoffs. First of all, and Sursek wouldn't be right here, right now at this moment.
So when you look at that, give me an X factor then for Washington coming up this weekend. I mentioned early on with the boys, Jalen Carter for Philadelphia is just disruptive, right? He could take over a game. I love Bobby Wagner, and I think Bobby Wagner probably does not get enough flowers of what he has done for this Commanders defense, especially over the last couple of weeks where they have not been bad when you look statistically speaking.
Well, they gave up 200 yards rushing to Detroit, and why boy brain genius Ben Johnson didn't just keep giving the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs is a gift from God if you're a Commanders fan, but you'll take it. I think Luvu's big. He was the guy who made sure Jalen Hurts didn't finish the last game. He's been really good for them. They're going to have to stop the run, so John Allen's going to have to occupy his space and let those linebackers get in there and get Saquon Barkley to the ground. They're going to have to make this a Jalen Hurts game, and that's what's going to win it for them. If they're going to win the game, it's because they made it a Jalen Hurts game. We don't know what his mobility is going to be like. So those linebackers, Wagner and Luvu are going to be huge, and clearly the guys up front can't get moved off the ball. So that's what I'm looking for. And you're right about Jalen Carter. He's terrifying, but Jared Verse had a hell of a game for the Rams, and they still walked away losers. So we've seen the Commanders, it's maddening, give up these rushing performances to the opponents of like 120 plus and yet win most of the games. I think they're 9-3 now. And when they give up 120 or more yards rushing, I'm not saying they're going in the games looking to do that, but that has been something they've been able to overcome. But obviously they've had a really good pass defense this year.
Yeah, Scott Jackson is joining us here on the program. You can follow him on the X, of course, at Jackson Sports. Post-game for the Washington Commanders and, of course, ODU basketball. And I want to talk ODU hoops here in a second, but give me your official, unbiased prediction. I want for both games this weekend. I didn't want to talk about – I'm entirely too emotional to talk about the Buffalo Bills right now. I'm just very emotional to talk about the Bills. I'm just over Patrick Mahomes. I'm just over everything that is Kansas City-based. In fact, I am banning Kansas City barbecue from my diet for the entire year. Not even doing it. But give us your opinion, your thoughts, your predictions for this weekend.
Well, I tell you what, man, I think there's been so much smoke this week about and data that has been shared in the media about this Kansas City postseason penalty situation. I think it's going to flip on the Chiefs this week. I really do. I think, and we've seen it this year. Josh Allen actually leads the league in roughing the passer. Penalties called for him. I think the Bills are going to get some breaks. I hope they're up for it. I kind of think it's time. The Chiefs look to be a team that's worn down from all these games over these last several years. They don't look the same to me offensively. I've just been waiting and waiting. I thought maybe that time off would reignite that offense, and they kicked too many field goals for me. The Bills, they've scored in the 30s pretty much every week outside of the New England games over this last 10-game stretch or whatever it's been. And I think if it gets up in that area, I don't think Kansas City can keep up with them. So this isn't the Chiefs of yesteryear when Tyreek Hill was there, and it's been a hell of a run. But I think it ends this weekend. So I actually think the Bills win. Look, it's hard for me to pick the Commanders game. I think, look, again, Philly's better 1-53, but the one guy is such a big deal. And I think their quarterback, I don't know if he's healthy, and he's not been that good, frankly, for a few weeks here. Anyway, their passing offense has been lesser than, Lattimore was brought in to shut down A.J. Brown. I don't even know if they'll travel Lattimore this weekend or really. That's what will be interesting to see if they bother doing that or just keep him on one side of the field where he was so good last week in Detroit. So I don't know, man. I think it's a close one. I'll be a homer here and, pick the Commanders like in a 31-27 win.
Good work out of you. Always appreciate when you're a homer on this radio program because I already have to deal with two of them. So now I got to deal with a third. So that's good. Hey, very quick.
Well, Eagles could vary.
Yeah.
Eagles should win, right?
They should. I mean, the Eagles should roll, but there is something going on with Jalen Hurts. I mean, they made a big deal yesterday up in Philadelphia that he practiced, but you could see during practice he was not 100%. Trust me, a guy that's had numerous knee injuries and surgeries, I know when you don't put pressure on a knee, Jalen Hurts was putting absolutely no pressure on that knee during practice yesterday in some of that video. So ODU basketball, I kind of made a comment to our esteemed colleague over here, J-Lo, that apparently he met you the other night during the ODU JMU game. And, I made the comment to him because this is the second time he has during a game. It was Tom McCarthy, I think, during a Commanders game when he was broadcasting for Westwood One. And Tom McCarthy pretty much blew him off. Said, hey, look, I'm trying to get ready for a radio program here, and you're bothering me. And then J-Lo tells me that after the game the other night, he's like, I met Scott Jackson post-game. And I go, what are you doing? I mean, the guy has been at Chartway Arena for about 7.5 hours. It's a post-game. The weather is terrible outside. He just wants to get home. Did J-Lo was it an inconvenience meeting J-Lo post-game the other night? Be honest. Just be frank with the kid.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I got to say, it was very nice to put the in-person face with the voice and the face that you see on the video, because I had talked to J-Lo before he ever started, being tortured by you here every morning. So it was not a big deal. It was at the end of the game. I was literally putting my backpack on, turned around. He's like right there, down by the end. I talk to people all the time leaving the arena, and no, it was not a big deal. It was nice to meet him. I have to say he's a lot younger in person, John, as you know, younger looking, which is great. He's got a baby face. That's going to get him far in this business, man. He's going to be like one of these guys that looks ageless, no matter, he'll be like 45 on the air. People will be like, when did that kid get hired? That's going to be good for him.
It is going to be good for him. And he's got a great set of hair. I mean, that's going to go a long way. And you're right with a baby face, because when he goes to interview athletes with that baby face, they're going to think he's innocent, but he's not innocent, right? He's ruthless, and that's going to go a you way. Hey, Scott, always appreciate you getting up early.
Nickelodeon or somebody, and they're like, oh, this is going to be a nice laid back.
Perfect. You can check him out afternoons, of course, on 94.1 here locally. Follow him on the X at Jackson Sports. Enjoy the action and have a great show this afternoon. I'm sure it will be.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks,
Scott Jackson joining us here on the radio program. A reminder, you can follow him on the X at Jackson Sports 3 to 7 weekday afternoons on 94.1. Look at J-Lo. J-Lo feels so much better about himself. Don't you, J-Lo? You feel good now?
I never had a problem with the interaction. It was you who made it a big deal.
I didn't make it a big deal. I'm trying to look out for the guy. He's been at the arena all afternoon. The last thing he wants to do is turn around and see a baby-faced kid almost waiting for an autograph right behind him. That's all I'm saying. Just putting it out there. All right, 7:58. A reminder, go to the X at Drive Johnny D. The Pacer payroll poll questions are up and rolling. Definitely want you to vote on those. Also, follow us on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. Hour 2 is in the books. Coming up, the final hour. We like to call it the Power Hour. Start to break down the conference championships. Philadelphia taking on Washington. Buffalo traveling to Kansas City. The one man, he's been on a scorcher the entire season. the entire postseason. Who does he got this weekend? Brian Worst joins us next. It's the Morning Drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. A nice day today with a mix of mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. High temperatures near 40 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid-20s. For Saturday, sunshine and low 40s. Warmer on Sunday will reach the low 50s with partly cloudy skies. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
Michael Vick is preparing for his first season as Norfolk State's head football coach. Meanwhile, Vick will have not one, but 2 Hall of Fame inductions. Just a week after being selected for induction into the College Football Hall of Fame, Vick has now been chosen for the High School Football Hall of Fame. He began his high school playing career at Ferguson High School in Newport News before moving to Warwick High School. The inductions area.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Whether you're a nurse or anyone wanting to enjoy your career without your feet getting in the way, come see us at the Good Feet Store. The Good Feet Store is in Virginia Beach and Hilltop North and in Newport News in the Marketplace at Tech Center. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today.
Presenting Again Fling's love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Are you ready to take control of your sports bets like never before? With the Juice Reel app, you can connect over 300 betting accounts like DraftKings, Caesars, and PrizePicks, and instantly track all your bets in one place. Imagine this: real-time updates on every bet, analytics on your betting history, seeing which bets hit, which missed, and where you shine. Whether it's straight bets or parlays, it's like checking your stock portfolio as the games play out. And when you're ready to place a new bet, Juice Reel lets you shop lines across every sportsbook. Think of it as Expedia for betting. Find the best odds every time. But that's not all. With Juice Reel, you can see where the best bettors are putting their money. Real, verified betting profiles mean real advice. You can even copy the bets of the top pros to boost your game. And yes, you can get paid if others want to follow your picks too. Juice Reel is a free app. Download Juice Reel today and turn your betting history into a powerful edge. Juice Reel. Track it, improve it, and bet with the best. Use promo code FOX25 for special benefits.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM, W265EF Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning and welcome to the Power Hour. Here's your Fox Sports update. Notre Dame cornerback Benjamin Morrison says goodbye to Notre Dame because he's going to the NFL. He finished his Notre Dame career with 9 interceptions, 27 passes defended, and 84 tackles. ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. lists Morrison as his number 23 overall prospect and number 3 cornerback for the draft. In the NFL, Liam Cohen, he said, Trent Baalke gone, I'm coming to Jacksonville. Now, the owner can't retain Baalke when he fired Coach Doug Peterson on January 6th, saying at the afternoon in the news conference that a complete organizational overhaul would be quote-unquote suicide. He also said that if any coaching candidate expressed reservations about the organization, structure, or working with Baalke, he would be willing to address the topic. Well, that topic was addressed, and Baalke is out of Tampa Bay. And lastly, Robert Saleh says, I'm coming home, as sources say that 49ers expect to hire him as a second stint for his defensive coordinator position. Now, he first arrived with the Niners in 2017 with an aggressive all-gas, no-break slogan, and by 2019 had turned the 49ers into one of the top defenses in the league, one that rallied on 4 talented defensive linemen to harass the quarterback and the tailbacks. It's the Morning Drive, Power Hour. Coming up next, the man just seen came to miss. He doesn't miss at all, and that's Brian Wirtz on the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cover Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cover Sports TV.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Alrighty, here we go. Final hour on a Friday edition. The Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave, J-Lo. Starting to feel it, boys.
Yes.
Getting a little bit closer.
Little giddy.
A little more excited. Getting a little giddy. Getting a little frisky on a Friday.
Come on, let's go.
I said it in hour number 1. I will say it again to our listening audience on Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. Of course, you can follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D, and appreciate everybody tuning in on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. I said it in hour number 1. I will say it again, my friends. I cannot stand the Kansas City Chiefs. I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. I am praying for an opportunity for my Buffalo Bills to get over the hump. Andy Reid, love you as a head coach, not this weekend. Patty Mahomes, probably the best quarterback in the NFL, maybe the greatest of all time, not this weekend. Travis Kelce, enjoy your podcast, bro. Trust me, I do. Not this weekend. Buffalo needs to win this football game. You need to win this football game for Bills Mafia. Sean McDermott, if you want to keep your job, you need to win this football game coming up this weekend. Josh Allen, if you want to be considered one of the all-time greats ever to lace them up, you need to win this football game coming up this weekend. And I have let everybody know, boys, that if you do not take care of business this weekend, I am becoming a free agent fan. It's been a nice ride. We've had a lot of highs, had a lot of lows. I can't do it anymore. You need to beat Patty Mahomes. I do not like Patty Mahomes, and the reason is very simple. And it's petty, yes. He wins entirely too much. Get rid of him. The same way you got rid of old Tommy Brady over there and the New England Patriots after all those years. I should not have to live through in my lifetime Tom Brady and the Patriots and then Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's just not fair. All right? So we'll talk Bills, Chiefs, and of course we'll talk Commanders and the Eagles. Is joining us right now as he does each and every Friday. It's brought to you by A Better Way Realty. Our buddy Brian Wirtz is back on the program. Good morning, Brian. How are you? You starting to get giddy, my friend?
I'm beyond giddy. This is I've been watching all the commentating all week, the predictions, everything. This is it's going to be a huge game.
Come on.
It drives you up the wall too, doesn't it? You're ready for Sunday to be here. I can't watch any more talk shows. I can't. I can't. I got to wait an entire Saturday to get to Sunday. And I believe the Commanders are at 3:00. So you guys are set. You got 3:00.
I
And
am
I'll
so
be
thankful
locked
for
in.
that.
Yeah, I got to wait until 6.
Yeah.
Which means by 9:00 on Sunday night, I'm either going to be in a really good mood or I'm going to be pissed at the world.
Don't play with Johnny Monday morning if that's the case.
Please do not do that. By the way, this segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by A Better Way Realty at Brian Worse. If you want the best, you got to deal with the worst. Give them a call today, 757-424-9007, or visit them online at abetterway.com. All right, let's get into it. Commanders take it on Philadelphia, 3:00 kick on Sunday. This game opened up as a 6-point spread. It's just kind of sitting right now at 6. A lot of question marks about Jalen Hurts, and is he truly 100%? The total has come down a little bit. It opened at 48.5. It's sitting at 47.5. So I will start with you, Brian. Your thoughts on the game coming up this weekend?
Well, I think a lot of it's going to come down to, can we contain or just slow down Saquon? I know he's gonna have his game. Like he's going to get one. He's going to get a touchdown, break one big. I get that. But if we can contain him, slow him down a little bit to where he doesn't get multiple touchdowns. And I don't think Jalen Hurts is looking like he's 100%. And last time we played him, we heard him, he went out in the first quarter. And, a lot of Eagles fans were like, hey, you guys wouldn't have won that if Jalen was playing. And, their defense was still healthy. And we still put up enough points, and they had and we spotted them 21 points. So if Hurts isn't 100%, I think the Commanders got a really good chance as long as they again protect that football.
I don't think he's 100%. I don't think it's going to matter. I think defensively, though, Philadelphia. Look, I was reading some of the numbers after the week 5, I believe, bye. You're talking about points per game under Vic Fangio, allowing just 15.9 points per game, yards per attempt 5.8, takeaways 30. Think about this with the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 4 weeks of the season, they only had 2 takeaways. They've had 30 takeaways since that under Vic Fangio. So what is the official Brian Worst prediction for the Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles coming up this weekend? And are you attending the game up at the link? Another question. Not going to do it.
I'm not going to the link. That's just, but if the Commanders win, Super Bowl is in my future.
It is in your future.
Man. Can you take me, Brian?
No. Why? I mean, come on. I mean, again, you're going give the guy a break. Let them win first before you try to, piggyback a ride to New Orleans. Jayla, what are we doing? All right, so you're going to go Commanders.
Gamesmanship.
Are we going to go Commanders money line, or are you going to get the points? What are we doing here?
So last week, I never told you my parlay. I said I had one. So the parlay was Chiefs to cover the 8.5, Commanders money line, Rams plus the 6.5, and Bills money line, and I hit it. So that was look. When
you say you hit it, that's great. We need numbers. I need dollar amounts. I want to know exactly when you say hit it. For instance, Suave puts $5 down.
Yeah,
and then he gets excited about 25. I think you're a little bit more than that.
Parlays, I'm with the chance like that, I'm just putting out $25. I'm not. I don't go big on games like with multiple leg parlays. It's for the fun of it. But 8-2 in the playoffs on my against the spread picks, but I'm going to take the Commanders with the points. I think I think 6 is too much. So that's fairly easy on the betting side, I think, but you never know. I mean, these teams are very competitive. They know each other. I think it's going to be close either way. I would love to see like a 33-27 or 33-29 game Commanders. I want to see some scoring, but I really hope they can pull out this victory. It'll be a story. This will be one of the greatest rookie starts of all time. And I really do want the Bills to win, but a storyline the NFL could never resist is, a rookie quarterback taking out the Chiefs in the Super Bowl to stop a three-peat.
I was going to say, what is a better storyline for Brian Wurst? Obviously, the Washington Commanders getting back to the Super Bowl since 1992 with a rookie quarterback, or a three-peat by Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs?
I think the rookie quarterback going to the Super Bowl is a bigger storyline. But like I said, if you have the Chiefs in the Super Bowl against the Commanders and the Commanders win, I mean, I just think that's like the ultimate epic NFL season that will never be forgotten.
All right, let's look at the 6:30 kick then. Let's get your official pick. Kansas City taking on Buffalo. This one opened up as Kansas City laying 1. There's been some money of late put on Kansas City. It is up to 2. The total sitting at 48.5.
So this just comes down to, does Josh Allen play like he's played all year?
Mm-hmm.
No turnovers. You know, he's got to protect the football. Don't do anything crazy. He's going to have to put on the cape and make things happen. But as long as he doesn't force it into a stupid turnover, it's Bills Mafia.
The one thing where I do have a little bit of hope is, you know, Josh did show his maturity last week by not lateraling at the goal line.
He wanted to.
And he wanted to.
You saw it in his eyes.
You saw it in the postgame presser. I saw it during the week. They asked him that question point blank. And you could see the look on his face that if this was Josh Allen 3 years ago, absolutely that would have been a lateral. The one thing I will say is that Kansas City offense has not been great, which means Buffalo will not abandon the run, which is a good thing because Josh Allen gets into trouble when they abandon the run and he tries to make things happen down the field. So give me the official pick, Brian. What's going to be the official pick? You got Buffalo, Kansas City. What's the official Brian Wurst selection for this weekend?
Let's go Buffalo.
Going to go with Buffalo. We're going to go with Buffalo getting the +2. You're going to go with Washington getting the +6. Do you have another parlay that you are thinking about right now?
I might put another 25 on Commanders and Bills money line.
Look at you. So
both underdogs.
All right. So what would be the rate of return there? Suave, put that into the ESPN Bet app. You're looking at Buffalo money line as a +110 right now. The Commanders money line is a +230. If we were to put, let's just say $100. Let's say
I'm looking right now. I'm logging. I got my DraftKings.
Okay. What do we got? What do we got? $100. Say I wanted to put $100 on this game. What am I looking at?
Oh, I got to verify my identity. Hold on.
So for Buffalo, if we throw $100 down for them to beat the Chiefs, you will win $186.96.
Okay, so +110. I'm talking about parlay.
But if you parlay it, so I got it right here.
Parlay, yeah.
You pick parlay with 100, it's $666.
See, that's quick money there,
Come
Suave.
on.
That's quick money,
Suave.
Suave.
Why y'all keep bugging me with that? Y'all got money?
Because we've been asking you for weeks. For weeks to put the money where your mouth is.
Listen, I'm on his side now though because for the last few weeks he has not done it and we've won. We can't disrupt that now.
Oh, so you're gonna go with superstition now? That's what we're gonna go with.
Correct.
All right. Well, one
like
of us,
you were doing all season. Don't.
Yeah, like you were doing the entire season. He is as guilty as anyone.
Look, I'll be the sacrificial lamb if you want. I will put 1,000 down on a money line parlay Commanders Buffalo. How about that?
Oh man.
We'll put it down. I mean, we're gonna go big or go home.
Then
Brian,
if he wins,
go big or go home.
If you win, then we be like, well, can we get like about $50? You're gonna look and say,
no,
you ain't put no money down.
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna be petty.
Exactly.
I'm gonna absolutely be petty about this. No doubt about it. All right.
So is there a way that you can go just hedge your bet in case you want to go to the Super Bowl and just put down big money, and that way if they win, you're buying your ticket.
That's your ticket. That's a great
point.
I
thought about that this morning. I was like, I'm gonna go. If the Commanders make it, I'm going. I'm like, do I just put the money down, and if they go, my ticket's paid for? And if they don't go, I was gonna spend that money if they went. So you do
Brian
it?
Brian and I think a lot.
Yeah.
And do you take the points or do you just roll straight money line and say, because cheapest ticket I saw was $4,500.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I I love my Buffalo Bills. I'm not spending $4,500 to go to New Orleans.
This is once in a lifetime for
Yes, it really is.
First off, this is not once in a lifetime. This will be the 5th time that I've dealt with this. And it was, look, Brian, it was torture sitting at a Super Bowl party watching them lose in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine me spending $5, $7, $8,000 to actually travel and see it in person?
I think it's an experience too. The Super Bowl's an experience, right? Like I've wanted to go to a Super Bowl even if my team wasn't in it, right? So, and I don't know. It's just something that, I'll be honest. If it's the Chiefs and the Eagles, I may not even watch it.
No,
You're not the only one.
I'm going to boycott. I will boycott the Super Bowl if it is the Chiefs and the Eagles playing in the number one. Number two, I have had the opportunity to be to numerous Super Bowls, working on Radio Row and all that good stuff down at San Diego, down at Tampa. It's a little bit overrated. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people go to Super Bowl week. They don't necessarily go to the game. You go to the agent parties, you go to the sponsor parties, all that good stuff. Working Radio Row, and I think Scotty Jackson is going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
So he has the enjoyment of Dean. I call it speed dating because you got dudes that are coming by promoting something for about 7 minutes and then they're out the door. They could care less. But how about this, Brian? If our teams both make it, you and I, we'll put together a private party here locally. Let's do that. Let's do a private party. All you can eat, all you can drink, just blow it out. And that way, if it starts to go south, I could still sleep in my own bed. That's what I'm thinking. Does that work? I think we need to go that way.
And you know what? That'll be cheaper than going to Super Bowl. But I just ran the numbers. I just looked at it. So if you took the Commanders plus 6 at $4,500, the return is $8,600. So that means the Commanders could technically not go to the Super Bowl, cover. I'd get my money back and some. And if they did win, I got a really nice Super Bowl ticket.
Come on. Come on.
There you go.
I'll let it ride.
But the worst case scenario would be the Commanders lose and don't cover. Eagles, and don't cover. And now it's 4,500 and not going to the Super Bowl. And then Monday's just
the biggest loss of all time.
Monday's just going to be like, you know what? Don't talk to me.
I think
we won't see you next Friday.
Yeah, I think we all agree that we do not want a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl.
We do not. But I also, if you want to get real crazy, Commanders money line is 4,500 is 16,000. Or no, I'm sorry, 14,600. So that's like a lower level.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know, Suave. I mean, what are we thinking here, Suave? I'll talk to the boys during the break. We'll see how much.
Start a GoFundMe account.
We can put it up. So the official picks are in with Brian Wirtz. We will post those up on the YouTube page this afternoon at Cova Sports TV, and of course on the X at Drive Johnny D. And this segment, of course, is brought to you by A Better Way Realty and the team of Brian Wirtz. If you want the best, you got to deal with the worst. 757-424-9007. Or visit them online at abetterway.com. Brian, as always, we appreciate it. We appreciate the insight. You've been on a heater. Best of luck this weekend, and we will talk to you next week. And look, hopefully we're talking about a Commanders Buffalo Bills Super Bowl for the ages. That would be tremendous, my friend.
That would be tremendous. A 1991 repeat. Let's go.
Yeah, I appreciate you. The one and only Brian Wirtz. The only thing that would be worse than that there, boys, would be if Buffalo were to lose again, like they did in 1992. If I had to deal with when I would have to deal with the three of you the entire week, and they go through a Super Bowl, they come back on that month, forget it. I don't retire at that point. I'd be out. I'd be out. I'd be done. It
would be probably one of the greatest storylines the NFL's ever seen, with a rookie quarterback to not only go to the Super Bowl but to win it. I mean, it's just crazy to think about, and especially if it's against the Bills. Yeah, I'm sorry, Johnny D, you're going to hear it. But if it's against the Chiefs, like just to stop a three-peat as a rookie quarterback when like there are monster QBs in the AFC, monster QBs. I mean, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, like huge QBs in the AFC. Like that's saying something. He's a special talent.
All right, Brian. We will talk to you next week, my friend. Enjoy the
action.
action.
Hey, one more thing. You guys forgot the national championship. I said Ohio State minus all the points.
Oh,
and
that was easy. That was
easy.
Easy, man. Of course you did. Look at you. Look at that smile. Somebody's at the lake this weekend. Good work out of you. The one and only Brian Worst joining us. He joins us each and every Friday on the program. And, of course, his appearance is brought to you by A Better Way Realty. Also want to let you know that we are broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios of Virginia Beach. We are serviced by Kellum Mechanical. Tell them Kellum Plumbing this winter, J-Lo. Them pipes, they could be an issue. I hope you got your faucets dripping, my friend. If they are an issue, you want to get them checked out. Schedule a visit today online at kellummechanical.com. All right, right around the corner, we will get the Eagles' perspective. One of the all-time greats to lace them up for Philadelphia, Seth Joyner, stops by. It's the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is slowing on Interstate 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and...
Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TURN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Looking for money talk? You can find it now on 97.3 HD2. You'll get the latest from Main Street and Wall Street from Bloomberg and The Ramsey Show. That's Money Talk on 97.3 HD2. Listen live, online, anytime at foxsports1310.com. With the best lineup in sports talk radio 24/7, 365. This is Fox Sports 1310. This is Fox Sports 1310. Keep up with the trends. Follow us on X at Drive Johnny D or Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D.
Yeah, good stuff. Great to be with you. It is a Friday. It's a feel-good Friday. It's a feel-good football Friday. 8:29. A little chilly out there, 26 degrees. It's football weather, boys. So we are getting closer to the conference championship. But joining us right now, one of the all-time greats, got a Super Bowl under his belt. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles. He knows the Eagles inside and out. The one and only Seth Joyner is joining us on the program. Good morning, sir. How are we this fine morning getting ready for Philadelphia, Washington coming up this weekend?
All good, man. How you guys doing today?
Not bad at all. Good. Let's talk a little bit about this Eagles-Commanders matchup, but I want to talk about the Eagles first, the Eagles' perspective on this. Do Eagle fans, do you think they don't appreciate Jalen Hurts, especially this time of year?
Well, I think Philadelphia fans have a hard time appreciating its great players just in general. And in some ways, I think that the city has experienced so much heartbreak, throughout our sports and sports history, that sometimes it's hard to just enjoy when a team is on a run like this team has been on a run. So, especially the way that football is set up today, it's a quarterback-driven league, it's a passing league, and this football team, for the first time in a very long time, isn't operating under those NFL guidelines. This team is a run-first team, it's a defense-centric team, and Jalen hasn't been asked to put the team on his shoulders and carry the team this year. So it caused a little bit of apprehension, and I'm sure you guys know about WIP as well. WIP Sports Talk Radio is probably the top sports radio station in Philadelphia, and the fans get to call in and voice their opinions. You can just imagine what that's like.
Of course, we know what that's like. It's all about content. It's all about clicks.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Jalen. Should they be applauding Jalen for the fact that he doesn't have to do a lot because he's got the best running back in the NFL right behind him, who's been an absolute monster in this postseason?
Well, listen, I think every year presents a different set of circumstances, and it really comes down to how you look at it. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. And I pose questions to people all the time, in all the different mediums or shows that I do. I ask them, like, would you rather Jalen throw for 300 yards and the team lose? The objective is to win games here. This team is 16-3. It is 14-1 throughout his last 15 games. The city should be excited, and everyone should be excited about, this opportunity. But I think, with new coordinators on both sides of the ball, a new offense for the fourth time in 4 years for Jalen, two new voices, in his ear and in his head again. It's just been one of those situations that after like week 4, they made a decision to, okay, we're going to run the football. We got, if not the best offensive line in the National Football League, we've got one of the best. We see what Saquon Barkley can be. We had no idea, we knew he was good, but we had no idea he could be this good behind, a very good offensive line. So I think their plan kind of shifted from, more of a pass-centric offense to a run-centric offense. And, it's worked for them. And, it's a formula that's worked all season long. No one's been able to control Saquon with the exception of the Browns game. That was probably, you're playing against one of the better defensive fronts. They kind of minimize, his run games a little bit. And I don't think they ran him enough in that game. And then the second half of the Washington game. But I think the absence of Jalen in that game changed the dynamics of it. It allowed Washington to load the box without the threat of Jalen running the ball or, the RPO action, because they just knew that Kenny Pickett wasn't going to run. So when you take that aspect away, that makes the run game that much more difficult, because you don't have the luxury of being able to hold that backside, defensive end or that backside safety with the threat of Jalen actually running the football.
Yeah, Seth Joyner is joining us here on the program as we preview Commanders Eagles coming up this weekend. You mentioned Jaden Daniels. He's been really good on the road in the postseason. They win at Tampa Bay against Baker Mayfield. They go into Detroit, hostile environment. They win there. Earlier this week, you were quoted on WIP, and I want to get your thoughts on it because sometimes these quotes are taken out of context.
Mhm.
By the way, they don't stand a snowball's chance in hell in winning here on Sunday. You know that, right? You still stand behind that, seeing the success of this kid and what they have done on the road this postseason with the Commanders?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not playing any downs on Sunday. You know, if the Washington media or the Washington fans or whoever wants to, take this and try to create it as, bulletin board material to motivate the players, if they got to take motivation from a guy who's making a prediction about the game, who's been retired for 20 plus years, then they got bigger issues and bigger problems. I'm entitled to my opinion, no matter what anybody thinks or believes about it. And when I say something, I say it because I believe it. It's not for clickbait or any of that other stuff. And if I'm wrong, everybody knows where to find me. I'm all over Twitter. I'm all over Facebook. I'm all over Instagram. Come. Because, when my brand of broadcasting is, I speak from the sleeve. I speak from my heart. And it's not for everybody, and it rubs some people the wrong way. And if it rubs someone the wrong way, I'm sorry. Because I'm willing to say with boldness what I think. I think a lot of people, in this industry of media and radio and TV and everything, people like to chime in after the fact. Oh, the team won. Oh, now I can talk a little bit of crap. Now I can talk boldly. I just feel like, when I evaluate these two teams and I watch film, this is what I do for a living. I've done it, for 13 years as a career. I feel like the Eagles are the better football team. Now, that's not disrespecting Jaden Daniels. It's not disrespecting the Washington Commanders in the least little bit. That's just my opinion. And if that stirs some people up and makes some people feel some type of way, oh well.
Seth Jordigus said, I don't disagree. Look, my cohorts over there, they're huge Commander fans. And we've talked about this. If you go roster right down the line, outside of how well Jaden Daniels has played, Philadelphia is a better football team. They've got a better offensive line. They got a better running back. They got better wide receivers. They got better linebackers. They got a better secondary. Philadelphia should win this game. Let me ask this question, though. If Philadelphia does not win this game, what would be the reason?
I think the biggest reason is going to be turnovers. If the Eagles don't turn the football over, it will be a great indication of their ability to win this game. If they turn it over 2+ times, they don't stand a chance. I think that, if the defense, doesn't play up to par, I think that, in the Week 16 game, the Eagles were ahead. Jaden Daniels, had to bring the team from behind to win the game. But to me, there were extenuating circumstances, in that game because, Jalen goes out at the beginning of the second quarter. Even though they scored 33 points, I think there was 5 turnovers in the game. So they should have scored that many points. But the defense couldn't stop anybody because, in the second quarter, we also lose our starting free safety, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, for taunting, running his mouth. And I think that was as big for the defense as Jalen was for the offense. And this is why I just, he's a talker. And when on defense, you have to communicate. And he is that guy on the back end because he's such a talker. He communicates. Everybody knows where they are. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. You're anticipating what could happen. You're anticipating what the check may be if you get this shift or this motion. He's the guy that sets the table, and he's the deep hole safety that gets over top of everything. Well, when he got tossed, we had a young guy that came in that had to take his place. So the communication went the hell in the handbasket. Like you can see on the game-winning touchdown that Jaden Daniels threw, there is complete mayhem in the end zone. Like nobody knows what the heck they're supposed to be doing in the middle of the field. And when he's in the game, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, that just does not happen, you know? So, you know, I throw a lot of different elements into this. It's not just hyperbole because I played for the Eagles and I cover the Eagles. It goes all the way back to, you know, let's go all the way back to, you know, the first game, how that game transpired. And then let's go to this game and let's talk about, you know, the week 16 game and talk about the things that transpired in that game that caused, you know, things to go the opposite of where they were going, because the Eagles, quite frankly, were dominating the beginning of that game until Jalen went out and then C.J. Gardner-Johnson went out. Then it became, you know, pretty much a free fall with a backup quarterback and Kenny Pickett, who could not run the offense as efficiently as Jalen Hurts had been running it. And then, you know, listen, I take nothing away from anybody. You go into Tampa Bay and beat Tampa Bay in Tampa, you know, that's a hell of a feat, you know, for a first-year coach, a first-year quarterback. You know, Jaden Daniels is phenomenal. And then, you know, you go into Detroit and, you know, Jared Goff, you know, is just throwing interceptions like crazy. And, you know, you're playing against a defense that is dismissing, you know, 13 players, the majority of them starters, and you lose one of your starters in the first quarter of the game. See, so when I talk about a prediction like that, I'm talking about it from the standpoint of the overall picture. That doesn't minimize what the Commanders have accomplished to get here. It doesn't minimize Jaden Daniels. It just takes all the facts and how I see the game, and then I gave a prediction. Can't hear you guys.
Johnny,
we can't hear you.
Unmute your mic.
It's unmuted. Let's see. Okay, well, we're having issues here.
Yeah.
So we got about 30 seconds, Seth. If we could just ask you one more question. You want to give us your final prediction for the game this weekend?
Well, you know, during my show, my TV show this week, you know, I normally do my prediction, you know, at the end of the show. I think, you know, the Eagles are averaging, giving up about 17 points a game. And I forget, I think, you know, with the playoffs, I believe that the Commanders are averaging something around 30 points a game. So I got the Eagles, you know, winning this game prediction wise, probably 28 to 20 it was my prediction for the week.
Absolutely, Seth. We want to thank you. So, yep, it's working. There you go, Johnny.
All good. All right, hey Seth, sorry about that. Appreciate it, brother. Enjoy the action this week and follow him on the X at Seth Joyner. And I hope to talk to you again real soon. I appreciate you taking the time this week.
You got it, guys. Take care.
Right,
enjoy.
There he is.
Thanks,
Super Bowl
Seth.
Thanks,
champ,
Seth.
Pro Bowler, former Eagle, Seth Joyner joining us on the show. All right, look, 8:42. We'll take our last time out. Well, we come back on the other side. Our official predictions and the one and only Paulie. Right? The morning dump.
The morning
Yes,
dump.
sir.
Back.
Morning
It's
dump.
coming up next. It's a Friday edition. It's a feel-good Friday edition. Suave J-Lo, yours truly. It's the morning drive. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 64 eastbound currently between Settlers Landing Road and the HRBT. Otherwise, your morning commute is going smoothly. From Suffolk to Norfolk via 264 eastbound, expected drive time is 24 minutes. And from Chesapeake to downtown, your drive time is 10 minutes, taking 464 northbound. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
I'm Dr. Mark Cardelia, orthopedic surgeon and surgical director of the CHKD Sports Medicine Program. We see a lot of knee injuries in student athletes these days, and many of these are ACL tears. Parents often ask how to know when a knee injury may be serious. The most obvious symptom is severe pain or swelling in the knee joint. Your child may have heard a pop when the injury occurred. Look for signs they can't put weight on the knee around 48 hours after the injury, or if the knee feels unstable or wobbly. Those are all signs you should see a CHKD sports medicine specialist. Our sports medicine physicians, surgeons, athletic trainers, and physical therapists understand the needs of growing athletes and tailor treatment to fit each child's age and level of activity. Our goal is to accurately diagnose the problem in a timely fashion and provide the treatment that will ensure a safe return to activity. Kids want to play, and we want to help them get back in the game. To learn more, visit chkd.org. Sports medicine at CHKD. We're more than a hospital.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Friends are, but you gotta pay attention. When that top dog check come, watch how your friends come. Watch how they need help. They got a bright idea. They want you to invest. Like, where was y'all at when that accident happened? They want to win off your pain. They want you to feed them. They know you call top dog. They know you got top dollar. Any accident, top dog law.
This is the Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon.
Do not be alarmed.
This was the result we thought was going to happen. Ohio State are your national champions. 34-23 is your final. They're 14-2. They win it all. And this was the expected result from a year ago. It didn't go exactly how they thought it was going to go, but here we are, and Ohio State are the champs.
You're listening to Jason Smith with Mike Harmon.
Weeknights 10 to 2 a.m. on Fox Sports 1310. The new home for the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, Suave, and J-Lo on Fox Sports 1310 and Kova Sports TV.
Yes, sir. Wrapping it up on a Friday. Want to thank Seth Joyner for stopping by the radio program. If you missed it, check it out on YouTube this afternoon at Kova Sports TV. Also, we'll have it up on the X at Drive Johnny D. I think Suave thought I would not pose the question to him. I think he thought I was going to back down from Seth Joyner.
I'm glad you actually didn't.
Not
you
gonna
can
lie.
talk all day about him.
Look, man, I mean, if you put it out there, and he manned up, and he owned up to it, yeah, I said it.
That's right.
The Commanders don't have a snowball chance in hell in going to Philadelphia this weekend. And what better way to wrap up this week? Before we get to Suave's pregame hype, joining us right now live on Kova Sports TV on YouTube, we have tracked him down. It is time for the morning dump with Commander Paulie. Good morning, Paulie. How are you, sir?
Hell to the W, man. Johnny D.
Yes,
sir. Hey, we ain't pumping no brakes, baby. We ain't pumping no brakes, man.
Is that the W right
It's like,
there?
come on, man. Come on,
That's
Johnny.
the W, baby.
Come on,
That's
man.
the
Come
W.
on.
Hell to the W.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the W, man.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
Paulie, you're looking cold
Hey, look,
there,
man.
bro. You're looking cold this morning, Paulie.
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Hey, look, man. Only person who's looking cold was the top of Seth Joyner's Chrome Dome, man. Hey, look, man. He walked that back, yeah. You see him walking. You hear him walking that back. He talked that trash. You know, hey, you know what? It's not surprising though. He come from the school of Buddy Ryan where they put foot to mouth all day long. So that's cool though. You know what I mean? He was there in 91 when they caught that beat down too. You know what I mean? That's why he's still bitter. Hey man, put him in the porta potty, man. He goes in the porta potty. Put him in the porta potty. He don't get to use the regular bathroom, man.
What I love about Seth Joyner, by the way, Seth Joyner had a great career, especially with the Philadelphia Eagles. Won his Super Bowl with, do you know, Paulie, who he won the Super Bowl with? I believe it was in 98. I believe it last year in the NFL with Denver. I believe. You're gonna have to fact check me on that one, J-Lo.
Hey man, you don't get a ring for holding water bottles, man. Put him in the porta potty, man.
That's why I talk that talk, Paulie. Talk that talk, man.
Put him in the porta potty. You ain't gonna come up here with your stone face and people know where I'm at. You want to talk to me about it. You said it. Don't walk it back now. Just keep that same energy Sunday at 6:00.
See that, Johnny D? You see that, Johnny D? Yeah, see?
You know, I'm coming out of the break. I'm coming out of the break, and I'm thinking to myself, is this how I want to end this week? Is Suave video, and
this is how you going to end this week, baby.
Yeah. All right, Paulie. Well, let's get the prediction. Give me the prediction. Let's go.
I have one more thing before I get out of here, though, man. Hey, listen, I had to fix my bandwagon because it broke a wheel. Because I heard Chris Russell's try to sit on it, man. You know
oh, my God.
Get him off the bandwagon and put him in the porta potty, too. Ain't no more bandwagon people, man. Y'all can get in the porta potty, man. I got us getting that game, man. 31-24, man. Easy
come
work.
on. Come on, Paulie. Come on. That's right.
31-24. See you in New Orleans, man. We're going to New Orleans, baby.
Going to New Orleans. New Orleans, man.
Bring your snow gear.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Bring your snow gear, man.
There it is. The Morning Dump brought to you by Commander Paulie. Paulie, appreciate it, man. And look.
Hey, listen. Hold on. Forget. Listen. It'll be the team with the Indian name and logo versus the team they may change the Indian name and logo.
So he thinks the Chiefs are going to win.
Chiefs and Washington, yeah.
By the way, Warpath has a great comment for Paulie this morning on the chat box. It says the rooster lives rent free in Paulie's head. Absolutely.
Hey, man, that's my guy Corey, man. Stop calling him the Warpath. He been telling me this all week. Hey, because Linnell said that to Rooster about me. Stop it, Sanchez, man. He's supposed to be my therapist. He the guy I call to and yell and curse at and lay on the couch with me and pause. Man, stop that Sanchez, man. That's what I got Sanchez.
How much is he charging per hour? He'd be making a lot of money as your therapist. That's for sure.
Listen, man. Hey, his chrome dome is just as shiny as Seth Joyner's now.
Oh, good Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Morning Dump. It's Paulie. Paulie, enjoy the action.
Paulie.
Hail to the W.
Hey, man. We going to the bowl, baby. We going to the Super Bowl, man. Seth Joyner can climb out of that toilet bowl, man. Chris Russell, put him in the porta potty, man. Hail to the W, man.
Hail to the W.
Hail to the W.
Oh, look at Johnny point.
Got to point the other way, baby.
Yeah, look at that.
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly.
There you
Jim
go.
Kelly from the back. There you go.
Man.
You can have your W. Hey, stick your W upside down, Paulie. There you go. W down. We're talking W down.
We appreciate you, Paulie.
Hey, it's all about left hand up, baby. W's up. Left hand
up.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Anybody, anywhere, anytime, baby. Let's go.
That's right. Arrive valiantly and dominate.
There you go.
Let's go, man.
Good work
The
out of you guys.
disrespect has been real this week.
Been real. Absolutely, it's been real. I appreciate you.
All right,
Hey,
thanks,
we appreciate you,
Paulie.
Paulie.
Woo! That was a bad move on our part, giving him a video link. A bad move on our part, giving him a video link. You notice he didn't show his dome. He talking about other people's domes. I got a feeling he's got a chrome dome going on as well. Yeah, you can put that on now. I noticed when you were on camera, nobody wants to show that chrome dome he's got going on. All right, good work. 8:52, Suave, it is now time. It is a tradition on this radio program.
Come on, Suave.
Commanders, get ready for a big one. They talk about Dan Quinn's pregame speeches are legendary in the locker room, getting his team ready to play. They talk about Bobby Wagner and the veteran experience and the message that he's got for the younger guys about embracing this opportunity, being ready to play, right? The Rook, Jaden Daniels, looks like he ain't rattled at all. No emotion whatsoever, locked in, ready to play. But the one place that they always come back to is the morning drive at Suave, or that little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation. It is now time for the Suave pregame hype for the Commanders taking on the Eagles. What do you got?
Let's go ahead and start it, y'all.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, you don't believe. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. Some strangers to you and me. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, but I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord, but I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, but I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Yes, sir. One more time, y'all. This is it. This is it right here. You hear this? It's been 32 years since Washington sniffed the Super Bowl. It's here right now, y'all. No one give us a chance. Nobody give us a chance. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Washington fans, from Redskins, football team, and now Commanders. You heard DJ Woody O'Goody speak. You heard Paulie speak. And everybody, from Chris Russell, from everybody that's a fan of Washington Commanders, we are here. We're going into the league. We're going to shut down the birds, stomp them to the ground. We love chicken teriyaki. We love cheesesteaks. And we're going to eat the Pittsburgh Eagles right now. I messed up. You know why? Because I don't care. We're going to mess up their name. Welcome, y'all. It's here. We're ready to run through. It's here. This is it. Sunday at 3 o'clock. It's JD5. It's Terry McLaurin. It's Brian Robinson. Don't forget the defense. It's Bobby Wagner. It's Dante Fowler. It's Frankie Louvu. We're going to ride valiantly. We're going to dominate anybody, anytime, anywhere. Washington Commanders is right here. You see the number right here, y'all. 17. Scary Terry. You see it right here. Don't worry about him, though, because we got other weapons as well. Zach Ertz. He's coming back. He's coming back to Philadelphia, the team he won the Super Bowl with. And it's here, y'all. Welcome. Welcome to the new era. Welcome to Washington Commanders. Welcome to Rod Dominant. We're going to do it. Super Bowl, New Orleans. Washington versus whoever. It doesn't matter. Because when we go to Lincoln, we're going to tear down the Lincoln. We're going to send those fans home crying. And they're going to realize it's a new day, new era. And it starts with the Washington Commanders. And you heard it all right here on the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cold Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, y'all. We'll see you Monday when it's at Washington. It's in the Super Bowl. Take care, y'all.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Nice day today with a mix of mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. High temperatures near 40 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid-20s. For Saturday, sunshine and low 40s. Warmer on Sunday will reach the